Hello everyone, and welcome to Tavern to Roll. I'm Soren, aka Bread, and in this episode, our intrepid adventurers are caught off guard and blown off course by an old, not quite friend of theirs. Tells them they have to go save a village from sinister forces from Corvosa. This session features music and sound effects from Syrinscape and Michael Ghelfi Audio. See description for details. Let's go see them save a village, repair relationships, and ring up an Azada in Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Hello, beautiful boy.
Hello, beautiful husband.
And hello, beautiful guests.
Hi, guys.
Plural guests.
Hello.
Two guests.
Yeah.
Guests.
Goodness.
We are in a strange limbo of existence right now, in that this episode exists somewhere in the 70s of our recordings. We don't know exactly where. It could be anywhere.
Could be in the
But
80s.
we have with us two guests. And would you like to introduce yourselves, guests?
Yeah, sure. I'm Soren, the GM of Knights of the Plate Table.
Nice.
I'm Darby. I'm Alan in the same game, and then also previously mentioned in a question answer episode. And I want a coin.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if this is IMDb, it has like 2 mentions, and then
Yeah, they have like you appeared in two episodes of the show, and people will go back to that one and be like, what was it? It's like,
Oh,
he was called out in that one.
Yes.
Darby, mentioned
Credit
only.
Mentioned only.
Yeah.
We are not here for that though. We are here for Curse
Of the Crimson Throne.
they said it.
Curse of the Throne.
We join our heroes on any given day of the week. It's one of them. Who knows which? This takes place sometime during the time when Trinia is occupied with a very long casting of legend lore.
We can call this In Medias Ranch.
Yes, in medias res. Trinia is standing by the river, painting. Probably Ophelia's there watching her.
Heart eyes.
I imagine Lenore's probably rustling cattle.
Yes.
Learning to get good at it. But do you want to roll me an animal handling to see
Yes.
how good you are at cattle rustling?
So I have been given a lucky token by our kitten. He hunted me a chip clip.
Ooh.
And I have it with me here as a token of good luck.
This is good. This is good as a hero point for the purposes of animal handling.
Because it's a cat. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it was gifted to you by an animal.
Excellent. All right.
You can only use it now.
I guess I'll use it now. Is that half my level?
Yes, half your level.
All right. Oh, that's good because I rolled like garbage. That's an 18.
So you are doing pretty well at directing cattle to different places to graze. Jason Adriel is guiding you, and you're probably also joined by one of his sons. And Jason seems pretty impressed by how you're coming along in the animal handling department.
Yay!
Anything in particular that Damien or Unia would be doing during this time?
I think Damien is probably trying to get better at like actually hitting things when he throws his cards. Like he's got like some bottles set up and he's
Yes.
trying to knock them over.
Throwing deadly cards at bottles.
Unia is trying to like clean an area of the ranch so that it is acceptably clean for their standards.
Stables.
Yeah, I mean, probably what they're doing is they're being very busy in one area in the hopes that they don't get dragged into mucking stables,
Yes.
and they inevitably
Very
get
nice.
dragged into mucking stables.
Yes. But on this day, as Lenore is out on horseback along with Jason and Jason's son, tending to the cattle, you will see 2 riders approaching the ranch. And as that happens, you'll see Jason unsling his bow and just say,
hold on 1 second. I don't know who this is coming in here. We're just going to go say hi. It's generally the way that we do this.
Okay.
All right.
and he's going to, like, urge his horse on. He says, son, you keep watching the cattle, okay?
Yeah, Jasonson, just stay where you are.
Jasonson.
This is Jason and this is Jasonson.
So what do the riders approaching look like?
So, one of the riders is actually familiar to fans of Having to Roll episode 5. Rain said the Cowhammer boys will return. Well, here's one of the Cowhammer boys, Varric Vankiskirken. So he has brown hair. He actually has a few more scars since the last time he appeared. He has a bow on his back. And he's riding towards the farm.
Oh, and he's accompanied by another rider. What does this rider look like?
He's accompanied by a very pretty man. He's accompanied by, even, you can tell, like, just how vibrant his clothes are from this distance. Like, they're very colorful. Like, reds and purples mainly. Like, he's wearing a red surcoat over this bright silver full plate with the holy symbol of Shaylin. And he's got, like, a purple undershirt under it. And, you know, a hat with a plume, a feather.
Extremely fancy.
Extremely fancy, yes. And in terms of, like, physical appearance, he's got, you know, bronzed skin and a very light blonde shadow,
Nice.
facial hair, and swept back blonde hair that kind of fades into, like, light yellow heatless flames at the very back.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
nice.
and he's got the same kind of, like, light yellow. That's his eyes.
Nice.
It's just a glowing yellow.
And pointed ears, some sort of elemental heritage, definitely. And he's got a badass glaive slung across his back.
Yeah!
Very nice. As you all are approaching, Jason will see the vibrantly dressed one, points at the feathers like, I think they call that macaroni.
I'm rolling a perception check to see if I recognize Varric. Lenore got a 20.
Yeah. As you get to, I'd say probably about like 100 meters out, something like that, you would make out the silhouette and features of Varric Van Kaskerken.
Hey!
You also, as they get closer, as they get closer, you also hear some violin music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, are you playing violin as you're riding on your horse?
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
Lenore's looking. That's not macaroni. That's Varric.
What's Varric?
Varric Van, what's his face? The Kaskerken?
Vankiskirken?
Yeah, that guy.
That family's a bunch of bastards. I hear they're all over the place in Varistia.
They're just everywhere.
He was actually okay. He was in a bad situation. He mostly.
Cat without hitting a van.
What is he doing out here? Who's that guy with him? Hey! Lenore's gonna call out.
And Varric,
wave.
you will recognize the weirdly stretching arm of Lenore waving at you.
Varric flashes back to the battle to where he was chased around by the cover of night with 2 hit points until Damien took him down with a magic missile. And
I'm not here to kill you this time. I mean, I wasn't there to kill you before. I promise. Are you here to kill me now?
no,
Please
I'm not
don't.
here to kill you. Cressa sent me.
Oh shit. Why did Cresta send you? Oh, hi.
Hello,
Hi.
yeah, my name's Kelmandar Solis, but just call me Kel. Varric told me
you're
some
a
about
Shelonite.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
A very brief, very violent history. But no, you and I, not me and
No.
Kel.
Well, yes, obviously.
Yeah.
So-
I'm Lenore, a previous enemy of Varric here, but we worked things out.
Hell of an arm.
That's wonderful.
And Jason actually looks at Varric and just goes,
You say, Field Marshal Cross sent you?
Yes, Cresta sent me. I've been working for her since Bloodveil hit.
What's
We both have.
what's the matter?
Cressida has had me working as sort of a partner with the Grey Maidens, tracking what they're doing. And we just got some news from, I believe you know him. Do you remember Shawnee?
Oh shit! Yeah, that he's healer guy. He's an Abedaran. Yeah.
Yes.
Which Hassan kind of looks at you like,
Shawnee Daughtry. He's a good guy.
Wonderful man, yes.
Yes. He.
Something wrong?
So, there's a little bit of an issue. Do you know the town Abken?
I'll have Laura make a knowledge geography check. 16.
Yeah, you guys have been out here for a little bit. Abken's it's about 40 miles north of here. It's a commune that's semi-independent, founded in the 60s by a bunch of people from like lower to middle class Korvosa who are like, I'm tired of all of Korvosa's shit. And so we're going to get out of Korvosa and we're going to make our own little community. We're not going to be dependent on any Korvosan stuff. And they built a palisade wall around their town. And
they started their own agricultural industry.
they did, in fact.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the great things about the town of Abken that you will know is there have been times over the years where they've been sort of behind on their taxes, and in order to make up the difference in what they owe to the crown, they pay in flay leaf and cabbleweed.
It is excellent.
They pay in fantasy weed. Amazing. Amazing.
It's great. I was reading about the town earlier today, and oh god, it's great.
Yes. And so yes, interesting agricultural choices. But yeah, so that is what you know about Abken.
So,
Okay, yeah. I've heard a little bit about them. They seem pretty cool. I've never been there. Might
neither
visit
have
at some
I.
point.
I was hoping you guys had a little bit of familiarity with the townspeople. Certainly couldn't have hurt. But Ishani contacted Cressida. It appears as if the Grey Maidens, working in tandem with the Knights of Coin, are going to try to take over Abken. Their official stated reason is a breakdown of law and order.
Yes,
But-
they suspect that the mayor is embezzling some of the tax money for himself, but it's probably not true. There hasn't been. Yeah.
The mayor himself is a cleric of Abadar.
Right.
Yeah. No, I met Tobias. He ain't embezzling nothing.
Yes.
He
He doesn't
wants-
even like coin, as far as I know.
They
Right.
want
It would be odd for a Abadar worshipper to embezzle. Seems antithetical.
certainly.
So are we under kind of the impression that this is a symbolic crackdown of some sort meant to convince the Korvosan people in general that unlawful conduct according to Queen Iliosa's standards will not be tolerated?
It certainly seems like that.
Yeah.
It does not seem to check out. So we were sent to get you and help defend the town.
Yeah, Damien said that we'd probably see stuff like that in a little while, so... Okay, well, do you want to come back to the ranch? We can share the information with the rest of my friends, and one of my friends, she's a bit busy with spellcasting right now, but I think the rest of us can probably come help.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful.
Chance to sit down on something that doesn't move for a little bit would be nice.
Yeah, I noticed like it's a little hard to play violin while you're riding
It
a
is.
horse.
It's a little bit bumpy. It took me a while to get used to.
Yeah, you'd be surprised by how well he can pull it off now. Truly.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've spent a while playing violin, so...
Yeah, honing your craft. I make weapons.
Oh,
it's
wonderful.
It's great. Yeah.
And Jason will just sort of nod and go,
Yeah, why don't you come on in, rest up a little bit and get you some chili.
So
Yeah, it's chili with beans.
Yes.
Like proper chili.
You know,
Yeah,
like chili.
well, yes.
That's- Wait, does anybody out here not do beans in their chili? What the fuck is wrong with people?
You just said that in Taldor they don't have chili with beans.
That ain't chili. That's
Yeah,
stew.
no, I
That's
don't
just
get
asinine.
You would be surprised.
it. It doesn't make any sense.
How spicy is your chili, by the way?
Oh, we're decent spicy. We can tone it down if you just want.
No, in fact, I would appreciate. I love spice. Spice is delightful. It's
I'm
my
Yeah,
parents
it
used to
fits
make
with your whole fiery theme thing going on.
right.
Yes.
Right.
And so Jason will lead you back. Hitch your horses up by a barn.
Yeah,
Or actually, you can put them out in the stable here. Let them relax a little bit.
you can catch me up on what you've been up to since we kept you from getting executed. Good times.
yeah, I did appreciate that, to be honest. I was not
Sorry,
looking
Siren was so
forward.
scary to you. She's still working on that.
My bravery bonus wasn't big enough to help me with the save versus fear. It's +3 now, which is
Yes.
better.
That's better.
Good. Yeah, she's working on using her scariness in more productive ways these days.
Oh, that's good. Intimidation in the right place can be useful. I'm decent at it. I just don't tend to use it that much.
It's fair.
And
it's fair.
you guys will gather around a crackling fire out in one of the yards where they have a big old pot of chili bubbling away. And
Smells
Mrs. Adriel will
delicious.
draw you up some bowls and put some fresh cheese on top of them to just melt in place.
Lovely.
To go, oh, there you go. Y'all just tuck in now. Pull yourselves up a seat. She gestures to some like basically stumps on the around the fire. And she goes, we got some nice chairs up on the porch if you want to go up there and really just take a load off.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This food smells delicious.
Well, it's all grown with local things. The cheese we
wonderful.
make ourselves, and the
Yes.
beans they come from horse. In fact, we get some tomatoes grown around here. A couple of them from here, but we don't focus too much on it. And she just keeps going on and on about the local sourcing of all of her
Cal
ingredients.
listens like very closely.
As she's talking, Damien notices that Varric is here and shouts to somebody that you don't really recognize, going, "Varric Van Kaskerkin's here," and they sort of run off. And a minute or so later, Siren comes out.
Very well. Hello, Siren. It's I haven't seen you in a while.
Sorry
that
about
sounds really awkward.
last time. No, it's okay. I was just I'm working through some things. I promise I'm not here to interrogate you this time. Also, I found that it generally works better to have Ophelia ask you questions.
So
Ophelia.
for just a quick, more detailed recap, in case anybody listening doesn't remember this scenario, way back in episode 5, Varric Van Kaskerkin was leading the Cowhammer Boys, who had taken over a butcher's place in northern Corvosa, and unfortunately, the Cowhammer Boys, working under Varric, had started taking people and butchering people and giving away the meat to other people. And you
could say they were selling all the world's meat.
Yeah, they were. and thankfully, the Cover of Night were able to put a stop to that. But Varric, upon finding out, basically was ready to fall on his sword and take the full punishment on behalf of everything that they'd done, because Varric sort of found himself personally responsible for putting together this terrible crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they were doing this without his knowledge.
Yeah, even though they were doing it without his knowledge.
Not his proudest moment.
However, the Cover of Night, not wanting to see a man executed for crimes that he didn't necessarily take part in, did a thorough investigation and found out that the Cowhammer Boys themselves were kind of acting independently. Mm-hmm. And this exonerated Varric of basically everything except for desertion, which has a much less harsh penalty. Mm-hmm. And Varric, what happened to you after that?
So, when Bloodveil hit, Cressida and, the Grey Maiden started to take more and more of an authoritarian role. Cressida freed him and had him working with the Grey Maidens, sort of feeding information to... A lot of the information actually went to Blackjack, which he didn't end up using, but the Party of Night did, ultimately. So... He was there in the background.
Yeah. Essentially, Cressida came to him because she was like, look, I recognize that the reason that you did what you did was because you felt like I wasn't doing enough. And now I recognize I really wasn't doing enough. So because you were right, I was wrong. I am sorry. Please work for me again.
Yeah, it was a very, very uncomfortable conversation. I think in that moment, Varric would have rather been interrogated by Siren again. But he made it through just fine. He leveled up a couple of times from that conversation alone, really.
Yeah. That conversation stress alone, it was like defeating Cressida in combat. Alone.
And he's sort of been working, and then obviously he doesn't believe that the Cover of Night are murderers, and so I've just been working with Cressida, sort of rooting out places that could stand against the Queen and making sure they're safe. And so I'm just sort of trying to do what I can.
And do you think Abken can stand against the Queen?
I think even if they don't have much to add in terms of military might, I think their existence is at this point going to be a defiance to the Queen. And so I think if we can keep them safe, then I do believe that, yes, they will be able to uprise.
Nice.
And Jason will sort of join in the conversation about this point. He'll just say, well,
Abken's about a day's ride north of here. Do you know about when these Grey Maidens are going to be coming in?
We probably have about 3 days until they get here.
You got word that this party was going to be coming out, and that basically they needed to organize some of the Knights of Coin, who are paladins of Abadar, and I think an Inquisitor of some kind, to root out the corruption, air quotes, and while they were going about doing all of that, which thankfully you got a tip off from Mashani, you basically rode out of Corvosa to get ahead of them. So yeah, if you take a day to ride out, you probably have like a full day to warn the town and then, prepare them for the Grey Maidens to arrive.
Real Magnificent Seven-esque deal.
Yes.
Sort of a Magnificent Seven deal. Yes.
Magnificent Six.
Sinister Six.
Sinister Six.
Wait, Sony, don't sue us. No.
Majenko pops his head out of the familiar satchel.
Who was Majenko?
Majenko is Damien's house drake familiar.
Yeah, house drakes.
He pops his head out. I can be 7.
Well,
there you go.
Ophelia counts as 7. Ophelia, you mentioned, would she count as the 7th?
Ophelia's gonna stay here. She's not really set up for combat.
Smart.
We have, yeah.
Trinia also comes out. It's like, also they broke up and they don't want to be in the same room with each other.
You don't have to tell everyone.
Yeah.
Very
well, I'm a homewrecker, so.
Well, that's unfortunate. My condolences.
The loss of a bond can be hard.
Trinia looks at Ophelia and is like, am I a homewrecker or am I like just the rebound girl?
I think you know the answer to that.
I don't like you saying that.
You're not the rebound. I promise.
I don't know. It seems like what you had with Ophelia was like really serious.
It's over now.
I feel like we're being privy to
together.
a private conversation.
Yes. Maybe we're not supposed to hear this.
And she sort of like waves her head and like do you not want to talk about this? Is this too personal? And she, as she's doing that, she's actually getting closer to your Siren.
You can see Siren, her face behind her mask is sort of getting redder and redder.
Go back into your painting.
Okay, sorry.
You're so cute.
I think I almost got this. I need to focus on the water more because there's water in this painting. So,
Okay, bye.
It's adorable. I love it.
That's my girlfriend.
She seems
Oh,
very
wonderful.
nice.
Yes, she seems delightful.
Varric is deeply uncomfortable with emotional expression.
It's
Oh, that's perfect.
Ophelia's Siren is still just getting redder and redder.
it's it's. I guess we're not technically girlfriends yet. We're still figuring things out. And
Well-
but
Damien sort of steps in front of Siren to give her just a little space.
Yes.
what is the deal with these Knights of Coin?
Yes.
They're paladin
I if they're paladins, why are they doing this?
because
They're working with Iliosa. Try to collect taxes that aren't actually necessarily due from Abken.
I'm not sure there's any forces in Corvosa that haven't been at least somewhat corrupted by Queen Iliosa's grasp.
Corrupt paladin orders. Hooray.
You know how those militant Abadarans are.
I never really expected to have to deal with militant Abadarans.
Right?
Can I have Damien make a knowledge religion check to see if he knows anything
Sure.
about Knights of Coin?
Sure. Okay, yeah, you actually know quite a fucking lot about the Knights of Coin. The Knight of Coins is a paladin of Abadar, though technically you could be a Knight of Coins and serve another god who has a similar regard for wealth, but generally they're servants of Abadar. And they forego some elements of like healing and the combating of evil, and instead focus more on prosperity. Notably, they replace the ability to detect evil with the ability to detect magic, specifically like for identifying magic items.
Detect poor people.
Yeah, and they also give up a few mercies for blessings of prosperity, which allow them to do things like treat a town as wealthier for the purpose of finding magic items,
Nice.
or getting a bonus on appraise checks, or casting locate object.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and one of the things that's sort of standing out to you as they're saying that Knights of Coin are being involved in a Grey Maiden activity is a Knight of Coins, generally speaking, still has to be lawful good.
Yeah.
Meaning that they wouldn't be able to be doing this if they didn't think it was the right thing. Now, it is possible to have, say, like a Knight of Coins who is also, for instance, more focused on fighting chaos than fighting evil. And in that case, they could be lawful neutral. And they could, like, have smite chaos rather than smite evil. But they cannot be lawful evil. And so you could not have a paladin knowingly oppressing a city unless they thought that, like, the city had done wrong and they were acting in a police action.
So
Damien is sort of going through all this in his head.
So the claim of embezzlement is probably to get the Knights of Coin on the Grey Maiden side, so that they have an excuse to bring in paladins. I think there are a couple of ways we can go about saving this town. We can oppose them directly, which would probably involve a lot of innocent people dying, which I'm not a fan of. Or we could
Yes, that's not a good...
Or we could try to find conclusive evidence that no embezzlement is happening, get the Knights of Coin to turn on the Grey Maidens, and just drive the Grey Maidens out. We could also kill the Grey Maidens. I don't really give a shit about them.
I would very much like to kill the Grey Maidens.
Right, we could do that. I would very much like to kill the Grey Maidens.
But
I'm glad we're all in agreement on that point.
most of my training has been working on killing Grey Maidens as effectively as possible.
That's fucking incredible.
Damien
And,
claps his hands and his little tail flicks around a little bit.
Cal, like, kind of does that thing where you, like, he puts his, like, arm on Varric's shoulder and kind of just leans a little bit. He's like, most of my training has been on supporting Varric here.
Nice. So what is what's sort of your deal? Like, we know Varric, you're a former guard person.
Oh, yes.
But what do you do, Cal?
Cressida recruited me from the Temple of Shaelin. I was a relatively new recruit.
Lenore nods. I think I've seen you around there like a couple times.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've gone though.
Yes, it's
obviously
a rough time there. There's not much beauty in the city of Corvosa.
God, no. I credit you for your efforts, though.
Yes. Well, this new statue project sounds pretty good.
Right. But yeah, sorry. What's your whole deal? What do you do?
I do a lot of empowering people. I bring out the beauty in combat or in otherwise. Yes, I can commune with Shaelin. I almost said Desna. I don't know why I almost said Desna.
Look, Desna's there sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Desna's there sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes she's just with Shaelin, but yes, I can cast commune every so often, once a day.
Nice.
It's helpful. It's yeah. But like I said, most of my training, I've not sworn off combat, but combat can be bad if it's not used for a good cause. In fact, believe it or not, combat is bad if not used for a good cause.
Damien's sort of flicking his cards around.
Are you good at making people better at hitting things?
Well, yes, in fact.
Thank God.
I have been granted some powers by Shaelin to allow me to do that.
Unia's sort of looking at your... Do you have like a holy symbol?
He does. Like I said, his breastplate is emblazoned with the holy symbol of Shaelin, and then he has a necklace that has the Shaelin.
And I'm imagining the feather in your cap is also like rainbow colored, like Shaelin.
and the glaive has like tassels on it. Yes, he's very Shaelin.
Decked out, as we say in Shaelinite terms.
He's full Shaelin.
Unia is sort of examining your gear. Are you a cleric?
Not precisely. I'm not entirely a cleric. I'm not entirely anything that you'd probably know. I don't do the inquisitorial stuff. I don't fight as well as a paladin. I don't do any of that. But I've been granted unique powers.
Oh, I understand.
Unique in that they come from their own book.
Unique in that they come from another source. Another setting.
If you would like to do some target practice, I would be happy to give you any pointers if you would like. Or
I understand the experience of being given unique powers by one's deity. Varric, it's been a while since we've seen you. What have you been... This Grey Maiden specialization that you've been working on, what exactly has that entailed?
Mainly, I've been focusing on maneuvering around, just optimizing my aiming abilities, but then taking on enemies in melee combat with my bow. I've enhanced it and sort of trained so that I can use it as a shield of sorts to block some attacks, and then it's worked on taking shots at people as they come towards me, and killing humans really good. Most Grey Maidens, from my experience, are humans, so I've sort of... It doesn't feel great carrying around a human bane bow being one myself, but...
Well, you can't harm me overly with it, so that's what matters.
Siren gestures to her dueling sword. I've got a human bane weapon as well. So, watch yourself.
I have a perception of -1. I will do my best, but I make no promises.
We both have terrible wisdom, and it is great.
Yay!
Amazing. Now, do you guys want to stay the night and then go out in the morning, or do you want to continue your journey having had your lunch here?
Very good, very much. What time is it?
It's probably like around noon. Like you guys probably started.
Oh, it's around noon?
You guys probably started the day's journey from Harse and then got out to here.
If it's around noon, I don't think we can justify staying the night as much as I would like to sleep in a nice warm bed. I think it's more important that we get there as early as possible.
Quite, yes. And I'm sure they'll have nice warm beds at Abken.
Oh, yeah.
They might not be as nice, but they might be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Before we head out, I just gotta go say goodbye to some people.
Oh, yes. Takes as much time as you need. Well, not as much time, but take 3 days.
And then you never saw her again.
I'm gonna go.
So, Lenore's gonna go and is Edgar here right now?
Oh yeah, Edgar's here.
Lenore's-
Probably, I think.
yeah.
Unless for continuity purposes it doesn't make sense. In which case, this just takes place in Lenore's mind.
Lenore's gonna go and say goodbye to her husband.
Yeah.
We'll give them a little privacy.
Yeah. And Darby, what were you saying?
I want to get more of that chili recipe. That's good.
Very
Oh,
nice.
yes. Hell is also...
And Mrs. Adriel gets out like some notes and goes like, "Oh, here, have a recipe card.
Thank you.
I
Keep extras."
I still don't understand why you put beans in it.
Because it's chili, hun.
They make it taste better.
Oh, bless their heart. They don't know how good chili works.
It gives you gas.
That's how
Well-
chili works, dear.
That is not how chili works in Taldor.
Well, we can't all be Taldor now, can we?
In Riddleport, funnily enough, we had chili with rat spleens.
On second thought, I prefer the beans.
You should all go hang out with Uncle Saul.
I just had a really bad joke come into my brain.
Share it.
Probably-
Share with the class.
Share with the class.
So I'm an Ifrit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Well,
we call this a reverse breath weapon.
It's a breath weapon, just a different kind of breath.
it has a recharge of 1d4 hours. Though by eating chili, you can reduce that to 1d4 minutes.
Interesting. I like it.
Anyway, so if there's no other business here at the ranch, we can have our nice little travel montage.
Yes, and Squelch will be staying at the ranch to help out, and also to take care of Portobello.
Yes. And so you begin your journey. You have Kel there to provide the lonesome violin music of the plains.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll a perform strings check just to see how well he plays the violin. By the way, that's a 42.
Oh God, you elicit emotions that can only be felt out on the prairie.
Everyone.
That's 10 higher than the maximum I can get on a skill roll. My highest skill is survival, which is plus 12.
I have a plus 26 perform strings, and I rolled a natural 16.
A rainbow forms
Incredible.
over your traveling party. There's no rain anywhere, but
Shaylin.
Lenore is just sloppy weeping while
That is
riding
the
her
rain.
horse.
yes.
Terrible day for rain.
It's like Satan in Dante's Inferno.
I think every day's a good day for rain. But yeah, like you play so beautifully that you can hear harmonies from, it seems like other instruments, but like nobody else has any other instruments. It's just like you're pulling sounds out of this violin that don't even seem like they could come out of it.
Siren hides her face, pulls off her mask, and wrings it out and puts it back on.
And as the day draws long,
Eric sheds a single manly tear.
Unia is also shedding a single stoic tear.
Begins to speak in a country accent, even though that's not his
the sun
voice.
begins to dip low over. Actually, from here it would be over Lake Sirentula, and like basically splitting the gap between the Fenwall Mountains and the Ashwood in the west.
It's a Cyrantula. Is that like a half bird, half tarantula?
Maybe.
No, it's a half your vigilante, half a tarantula.
Yes, if Siren were a Drider.
Yes.
Drider Siren.
And you come to the banks of the Yondabakari River, which you will eventually make your way to a bridge that crosses and then leads into a circling road that goes up a hill and into a heavy palisade that basically encircles this entire hill. And with the sun dipping low and the sky ablaze with twilight colors,
It's just like the song you played earlier.
a songbird alights on the palisade and joins in harmony for the violin music.
Damien, you want to do target practice?
You come to the gates.
You wanted your target practice. Jesus, Darby.
Kill one bird with one stone.
One card.
Damien is crying.
You come to a heavy wooden gate, at which there is a guard post, and there is a guard asleep in the guard tower. But as the songbird basically alights on the tower and sings a couple notes, he goes,
Yeah, who goes there? Down there. Hi. Oh, well, there's a lot of you, isn't there?
Yeah, there's 6 of us. But Jacob sticks out his head. 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. Who are all of you?
We are the Magnificent 7.
Is that copyrighted?
We're the pretty
Not
awesome.
in this universe.
The pretty
We're here
awesome
for-
7.
we're here for good purposes. We're the Magnanimous 7.
Magnanimous 7.
I mean, it's not copyrighted in this universe, but
But it might
if
be
you could
in
use that
another
excuse for
universe.
everything.
We're the Magnanimous 7.
I see.
Magnanimous 6.5.
Hey, but Jacob counts as a whole person.
This is a private commune. Do you have business? It's getting kind of dark out. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, we're just visiting town for a bit. There's some stuff that may need attending to.
What sort of stuff?
Oh, nothing much. We're just trying to make sure that.
Are we gonna?
Well, you know how Corvosa is.
Are we gonna?
Oh,
tell
yeah, I
them
know how
about-
Corvosa is. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it's a
we're just
shithole.
we're trying to make sure that it doesn't. Nothing like that spills over into here.
We're miles from Corvosa. Nothing like that's gonna spill over here, right?
Nothing travels faster than bad news.
When the guard says that Corvos is a shithole, and Or shouts up, "You're damn right!"
Okay.
No,
well,
it is. I've been staying there for the past year, so
Okay, it wasn't that bad a year ago. It got pretty bad.
it wasn't that bad a
It got-
year ago, but
You were feeding.
It was still pretty bad a year ago, though.
it was pretty bad
It's
a year
better
ago.
than
but
Riddleport.
It's probably worse now.
Yeah.
It's a lot worse now. Yes.
I don't know if it's worse than Riddleport, though.
Have they started making rat spleen chili yet? I feel like that's.
Oh.
I feel like that's sort of the like. Once you start
Yeah,
making rat
that's
spleen
the
chili,
chili.
that's when you say
Well,
you're
if
worse.
it keeps us from having to make rat spleen chili, you guys can come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we don't want to have to. We don't want to have to pledge our forces to Riddleport. Like
saved it.
Corvos is
No.
bad, but Riddleport. Have you seen Riddleport?
Make rat
What
spleen
about
chili.
Magnamar?
We're a little
Magnamar-
far off to pledge anything to Magnamar. I
Well,
think.
you're further from Riddleport, aren't you?
Are we? I'm not very good at geography.
I got
Let me
it.
consult my map.
I got a 0 knowledge geography.
For those of the listeners, I have a map. I have an Inner Sea map behind me that I just realized that wouldn't translate into audio very well.
I have 0
Um,
ranks in knowledge geography, but Damien won't shut up about it.
Well, Magnamar, coming from personal experience, is no great city, but it's probably better than Corvosa.
Somebody goes, "Why don't you just pledge yourselves to Kermaga?" And everybody goes, "Ha!" Anyway, so the guy opens the gate and lets you in, and what you will find is basically like stair-stepped fields around the edges of the hill inside the wall that encircle just a single row, basically one road with a line of buildings on either side of it, ending in a church of Abadar. That's just kind of a wooden building that just happens to have a key hanging off of a brass signpost outside.
God helps those who help themselves.
Are we sure that's a Temple of Abadar? It doesn't have the,
Let me bring you guys over to the map.
It doesn't have the shiny that all of the Temples of Abadar have.
It's kind of nice in there.
This town doesn't have a lot of material wealth. I would not be surprised if they didn't bedeck their Abadaran temple in gilded
but like,
keys.
Even places that are like poor, like there are, neighborhoods in Kermaga and stuff where everybody, like, living in little shanties, but the Bank of Abadar, it's, gorgeous. They always have money. This is weird. Not bad weird, just weird.
Okay. And you see there's long porches connecting several buildings along either side. You can see as the night is settling in, there's people sitting out on the porches drinking beers and spitting out flay leaf. There's some horses hitched up at some various spots around town, and there's basically, as you're coming down, you can see it looks like there's some sort of barber shop off to your right. There's a stable to your left. And going a little further down, there's a doctor, and then there's a post office, and a jailhouse of some sort, and you see a sign indicating that the third building on your left is some kind of weaponsmith.
Ah.
Actually, they have an anvil and then strange weapon next to the anvil. And if you want to roll knowledge engineering,
Yeah.
Oh, I think I actually have that.
I do not. I have knowledge religion, and that's it.
Could Lenore
That's it,
roll craft
23.
smithing?
yeah, smithing would work too.
Yeah.
Varric, what did you get?
23.
Lenore
Okay.
got 24.
Yeah, so the two of you actually recognize that there's two things being indicated by the sign here. It's a blacksmith, and also they make guns.
They make what?
They make guns.
What?
Oh, shit.
And basically, you see a thing that a few of you look at it and you go, "What the fuck is that?"
What the fuck is
It's like a crossbow without limbs.
What on
And then
earth?
Lenore and Varric go, "Oh, that was a gun."
Yeah. Davian
That's
got,
a
Guess then
yeah. That's a what?
it's a gun. They have them like I think they were originally a dwarven invention. They operate based on a explosion in the chamber, which shoots a projectile.
They're weapons that explode.
yeah.
Yeah, we call them boom boom sticks.
Why would you want that? That seems horribly dangerous.
Damien, do you want one?
No, God.
See, they're not done beating their swords into plowshares.
They're beating their swords into guns instead.
There are a noticeable amount of guns here.
Any tumbleweeds rolling across the road?
Yeah, a tumbleweed rolls through, and then it attacks you because it's actually a blood brush.
No!
One of my favorite random encounters in Numeria. Blood brushes.
Hilarious. It's like, there's some tumbleweeds.
Aggressive tumbleweeds.
They're tumbling toward you. Why are they doing that? Roll for initiative.
All right, anyway, if you will continue moving down the street, I can continue describing things as you pass them. Great. Yep, you see people down like this little set of porches that basically interconnect several buildings at a time. And there's wagons parked outside of several buildings. You pass a jail on your right, and basically as you guys are approaching, an old man in like brown vest and dirty white shirt with like balding with white hair coming out on the sides.
Oh, my granddad.
Yeah, he pokes his head out, leans against one of the posts, and you see as he leans over, he basically leans in such a way that his vest raises up, and you can see a pistol tucked at his side.
Damien wipes some sweat off his brow.
You know, Honor, from how you described this place, I was expecting it to be more like the people from my college who use a lot of flay leaf and cabbleweed. This is not like that.
No, it's not. Let's just not make any sudden movements, and
Someone else do the talking. I'm not.
Oh, I'm decent at talking. Kel's smiling, but you can tell he's like a little nervous. Like he's like, this isn't what I thought Abken would be like. It's slightly intimidating.
I kind of feel like if the Grey Maidens try to mess up this place, they're gonna die.
Don't guns hit against touch? That Grey Maiden plate won't do anything.
Precisely.
Yeah, there's a gallows right next to the jailhouse, but from the look of it, it doesn't look like it's seen like a lot of use. There's no rope like currently attached to it anywhere, and honestly, the metal portions of it look kind of rusted, and the wooden parts look a little bit rotted, like it has not been used for any executions in a very long time.
Try to hang someone, it just breaks.
Probably.
well, that was fast.
Right.
He defeated the gallows. He is the champion.
And as you guys are sort of getting within earshot, the balding man with the white hair looks at you and goes,
Hello there. Can I help any of you?
Siren steps forward.
rests his hands on his belt, one hand very close to his gun.
Siren steps forward, hands out. Hi. We're the Magnanimous 7. We're just here to visit.
Magnanimous. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the 7?
Majeko pops his head out of a familiar satchel.
7. I see.
I don't know why everybody always forgets me.
I couldn't see you. That's all right. I got a bad eye. But this eye's damn good.
Yes, so...
What are you doing here?
we're looking for a place to stay for the night.
And you came to Abken?
Yep.
We've heard you have
we've got
great
business in
Callieweed.
town. Yeah, it's supposed to be a nice town, so we thought we'd stop by.
I guess. Nice town to live in, suppose. Not one for much for visitors most of the time, but we do have an inn. You can stay there, I guess, if you want.
Excellent.
He looks at you. It's like, you got a lot of weapons, though.
So do you.
This is my town. I should have weapons.
We've been traveling through the wilderness. It's extremely dangerous out there.
That's a good point.
Tumbleweeds are crazy. You wouldn't believe me.
You won't mind, though, if I ask that you check your weapons here, though.
We can peace bind them if you want.
We can.
I would. Well, I'd prefer if you check them.
Yunia sort of holds on to their falcata. I don't want to leave this with anyone else.
Well, you understand, my name is Sheriff Waters, and it's my job to make sure there's peace here. And a bunch of strangers wandering into town with a bunch of weapons, you can see how I might think that might lead to there not being peace in town.
Oh, well, I fully understand, but I will mention, and I do not wish to upset the peace here. That is far from my goal.
But it sounds like you're gonna.
No, I swear I will not. But I will mention that this glaive that I have here, I have not drawn it. It's not drawn. It's on my back.
I would know if you'd drawn it, and you would know because you'd be dead.
Well, then I probably wouldn't know because I'd be dead. But yes, anyway. Yeah,
But for a split second, you'd know I know.
Right, yes. Beautiful weapon, by the way. It's my boyfriend called it a gun. Yes.
Boomstick.
Beautiful craftsmanship.
That's what it is.
Yes. Anyway, this glaive is a holy relic, not relic, but holy item of
What's
my
your
deity.
point?
I would much prefer to keep it with me for ceremonial purposes, for just peace of mind.
And I guess all of you have weapons for ceremonial purposes then?
Well, mine is for ceremonial purpose, but I wasn't going to use that.
Oh, well, I fully did.
Damien sort of leans forward to Kel.
Would this be easier if we just told them why we're here? We're interested in defending the town.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't
What was that?
sure.
Fair enough.
Didn't catch that.
Yes.
Actually, let me roll perception.
Right. I was.
Do you guys want to get closer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Shouting.
Hey, what's up, man?
He was just gesturing toward his gun, and so I was like, "We're just gonna stand here. We're not gonna make any sudden movements. We're not gonna move forward."
We stay outside the first range increment so he can't target touch AC. Joke's on you, I got grit.
Yeah, most of my AC
boy.
comes from my full plate, so
I actually think I have a decent
but-
touch.
you have a +5 dex, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll get within like 60 feet of him.
Yeah. Yeah, but Kel's like, oh, right, yes. I was just assuming I didn't want to panic anyone.
Well,
I mean,
I feel like-
I feel like them showing. Yes, you're right. My apologies.
I feel like them
frivolous.
panicking is probably our least concern.
They do have guns.
We might want to. I mean, like, not tell the entire town, but this is the sheriff, and yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of just talking to cops, but
Yeah.
No, me neither.
we don't really have anybody else to talk to in this case.
I don't
All right,
take
y'all
covers
are
in it.
whispering a whole lot. I can't. I got my hearing's going a bit.
Well,
Sir,
yes.
would we be able to speak with you in your office?
Well, I guess volunteering to speak to me in my office is probably a good call if you want to keep your weapons.
Yes, well.
Because you're going to have to make damn good case for me not to just take them.
Oh, and we will.
Yeah.
We will. We fully will
I look
make
forward
a good
to it.
case.
Step into my office then.
Will do.
And he's going to
Now you're all within my first range increment.
fair the hammer. So he saunters back in.
Yeah, we all take attacks of opportunity.
Even I get an attack of opportunity. He doesn't even know what's coming for him.
Snap, shot, snap, shot.
Snap,
All right.
shot.
All right. And he kind of gets in there, pulls out his chair, sits down at the desk, and he takes his gun out of its holster, sets it on the desk. So the barrel's kind of pointing at you.
Bead of sweat rolls down Kel's face.
Varric will take his bow and place it on the desk so that it's kind of facing towards the sheriff.
What? What does that do?
He's not like pulling the string. He's not pulling the string or anything. He just saw the sheriff
Set
do
a
it, and he's
bow
like,
down on the table.
"Yeah, okay."
I imagine Varric setting it down and going, mine's bigger.
Yes, it is.
It just goes, so you want to be in my town and you want to keep your weapons.
Yes. We have
Why?
a matter of extreme importance to the town.
I guarantee you there ain't going to be no owlbears or anything coming through that palisade.
No.
So,
Not
Manticores
owlbears.
flying over it?
well, that's why we got the guns.
All right.
Not
Fair.
owlbears, but something, definitely. We have gotten notice from the city of Corvosa that there is a regiment of Grey Maidens and Knights of Coin.
Grey what now?
Grey Maidens, they're the Queen's elite military, personal military.
Never heard of them.
They are fascist paramilitary squad determined to come here and they're gonna drag your mayor away.
They are not very nice.
Fashion what now?
No, they are oppressive and want to take away your stuff.
Fashion police, you said.
Not fashion police, but they might as well be for how much they're
He looks
restricting the
very
beauty of Corvosa.
confused by what you guys are saying.
They,
Queen,
They're gonna take your guns and they're gonna take your tallyweed.
They can take them from a cold dead hands.
That's why we're here.
To take them from my cold dead hands?
No, to make sure your hands aren't cold and dead and they don't take them. We want to help you stop them so that
You want me to keep my guns?
yes, we're
Okay,
here to
well, I
help you
guess
keep
that's
your
a
guns
good
and your tallyweed and your mayor.
Yes. Sheriff,
Yes.
to what extent are you familiar with what's transpired in Corvosa recently?
Try not to think about it too much. King's dead.
Yes.
Right?
So
People, and there was
Queen Iliosa.
there was a sickness.
Yes. So Queen Iliosa took over, and she has been
Sounds
doing
familiar.
her level worst to kill the entire city.
Figuratively and literally.
You ask me, the entire city is predicated on basically trying to kill the entire city all the time. That's why my
Yes, but
people,
more than
that's
usual.
why me and mine, we got out of town back in the 60s. First we were like, we're just going to get high out in the woods. And then we were like, shit, we need water.
Goddamn hippies.
And so then we started, we settled up next to a river and started purifying our own water. They were like, God damn, I'm hungry. And so we started growing our own food. And then they were like, damn, there's animals out here want to kill us. And so we built a wall, and then we just kind of kept doing stuff. And now we got a town.
That does sound like how a town generally goes about being made.
I don't even get high anymore.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, the flay leaf is good for my glaucoma.
Good, good. The Queen is interested in oppressing the entire region.
More so than normal.
Putting it under an iron fist.
And yes, and so I think that the way that your town does things has pissed her off a little bit.
Yeah, the way we do things always pissed off Corvosa, but you know,
Now
we
there's-
send their payments when they get real rowdy about it.
I don't
Well,
think they want payment. They want to take over the town.
They're
Oust your
getting a
mayor.
little bit more rowdy. They're sending a military force here to take over your town and probably kill you if you resist.
Which we don't want. That would be horrifying.
Yeah, that's right. We're here to stop that. Or help stop that.
Yes, we're here to stop that, to help you keep your guns and etc.
Okay.
But so the reason that a good portion of the contingent is coming is because they're under the impression that your Bank of Abadar has been embezzling money. I know, it's ridiculous, right?
Embezzle.
Imagine.
Tobias.
Yes, I've only heard good things about your mayor. Why would he embezzle? Especially being an Abadaran.
Well, there's not much here to embezzle. Like, we didn't have a lot of money when we came out here, and we are not in the process of collecting a whole bunch of it, right? Maybe I should get Tobias. He gestures to a younger man who's sitting in a corner, sort of like taking notes on everything you guys are doing. He goes, "Hey, run and get Tobias. He's probably going to want to hear this."
So can we keep our weapons then?
For now, yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Awesome.
I really didn't want to get some.
But stay right here for a second.
Yes.
Like a moment passes. Guy runs out. You get a moment to really appreciate the level of adornment that this place has. All of the furniture seems kind of crudely made. However, there are a few like heads of various creatures. There's like a wyvern head mounted on the wall, and then like an owlbear on another wall. And it seems like they do a decent job defending their town.
Good.
Good on them.
What do you say? We had a gray maiden head to that wall.
Yeah. Just a helmet.
No, their head. You take the
It
helmet
won't be
off.
recognizable as a Grey Maiden.
It won't be recognizable after it rots anyway.
A helmet won't rot, so if you just put the helmet on the wall.
But it doesn't. Then it's not a head. It's a helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's
Anyway.
symbolic.
There are 3 jail cells here. There's nobody in any of the jail cells. And as after a moment passes, a man. Let me blow up Sheriff Waters real quick so you can get a
Oh,
nice
don't
look at
blow
him.
him up.
He's-
We need to talk to him.
That's the
Sheriff
danger.
Waters'
reason.
gun explodes.
Yes.
It misfires.
However, after a moment, a like probably late 30s, maybe 40-year-old man in a like flat brimmed hat and decent but rather worn coat comes in. He's got like a thick beard, receding hairline, but his hair is decently kept.
and fastened around with a bolo tie.
Yeah.
He comes in the door, and the bolo tie is actually fastened with a little key of Abadar.
Oh.
And he comes in and he says, hello there, everyone. My name is Tobias Abken. I'm the mayor of this town, and I understand. Yes, the second Abken to govern the town. For a while, it was actually the Waters family, and then the innkeeper's family governed for a while, and then we kind of went around in a circle until we had every family that was a founding member, and then it came back to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like really comprehensive.
Yep.
How are you enjoying your position?
I'm enjoying it quite well, but you tell
Right.
as I hear it that the crown is going to be sending somebody to remove me from power.
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than you might find in most towns. See, I'm not really an executive per se. We take it in turns to act as sort of administrator
an
of the
commune.
Yes, yes. And
Help, I'm being repressed.
Yes.
This is the violence inherent to the state.
But all the decisions of the officer need to be ratified by a majority of the people that live here, or a 2/3 majority of strictly internal affairs.
This is really.
I think we're just reading the Holy Grail bit at this point.
Well, we've been here for about 40-something years now.
This sounds like the sort of. No offense. This sounds like the sort of government people would think of when they were enjoying the leaf a little too much, if you know what I mean.
I think when they came here back in the 60s, the idea was that we wanted to get away from centralized power like nobles have as much as possible. And
That's
so
fair.
they basically said, wait, hold on. I'm not supposed to be talking about this part. I'm more interested in the Grey Maidens that are going to be coming to take over the town.
No. This anarcho-syndicalism theory is interesting. Please continue.
Damien is sitting here with rapt attention, like taking notes.
Oh no, this civics lesson is extremely interesting. Please continue.
You look over on the bookshelf, and there's a red book there with the picture of an elfin warlord on it, and it says the Communist Manifesto by Jarl Marx.
Jarl Marx. That's where the hero points.
Yeah.
That's where the hero point.
I'll send you my Corvosa coin.
Thank you.
Well done.
Incredible.
Well
Incredible.
done. A+.
Yes, obviously we're all familiar with the work of Jarl Marx, I think. Are you guys not?
This book has definitely been banned in Corvosa.
Oh, well,
I'm like-
I'll lend you a
overstepped.
copy in.
Oh my god, thank you.
I'm like barely literate. So
Do you mind if I read that with you at some point?
Not right now, though. Not
I
right
didn't
now.
know.
I'm
Not
more
right now.
interested in
We've
this
got
Grey Maiden thing.
more. Yes.
if you guys want to like read it aloud, that'd be really nice. Are there like pictures?
Varric, honey, I can teach you how to read at some point.
Honey?
Oh, yes. Did I not tell you? Yeah, and it's not important right now, but yeah.
Anyway, the Grey Maidens.
Yes, anyway, the Grey Maidens.
Could you not tell from the glaive?
Is he, glaive?
Is he, a Shelonite?
Beautiful.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for the two of you. Right, Mayor. Yes, imminent danger, yes.
Grey Maidens.
Grey
We're going to
Maidens.
die, apparently.
Yes, there's a force of Grey Maidens and Knights of the Coin coming to oust you from
I'm familiar with Knights of Coin, but I've never heard of Grey Maidens before.
So you know the violence inherent in the state.
Ah, they're emblematic of the violence inherent in the system.
Precisely. There's the guard, and now the queen has consolidated power into a paramilitary squad of her own.
Ah, yes, the state, always trying to oppress the common folk.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're the man, except in their case, they're the women.
I see.
Yes. They are a fighting force run by the queen that is very formidable.
Oh yes, they're the violence inherent in the state. I'm sorry, I just need a minute.
Beautiful.
Can you tell we've both read our communist theory?
Incredible. Incredible.
Or at least watched Monty Python.
Or at least watch Monty Python.
I'm gonna keep it above 50. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Okay. You good?
Yes, I'm good now.
Okay. So they're coming here.
Yeah.
Yes.
In about 1 day, according to our information.
1 to 2 days, yes.
So sometime tomorrow or the day after that.
So you all are here just to warn us, then, or
No, we're here to help you
We're
fight.
here to help you
We're
fight.
here to, yes. Here to help you fight.
I hope it doesn't come to fighting.
It's gonna come to fighting.
It always comes to fighting with the Grey Maidens. We will try to not fight the Knights of the Coin, because
I'm gonna try to fight
I wouldn't
the
want
Knights of
that
the
either.
I don't... Between
Why
you
are
and me, I don't.
excuse me? Why are the Knights of Coin involved?
So the reason why the sheriff has brought you here to talk to us
Yes.
is because the Knights of Coin are under the impression that you've been embezzling, which we all know is
No,
ridiculous.
obviously, you haven't.
But that's sort of the pretense that the Grey Maidens have given them that has motivated them to come out and try to unseat you.
Well, I'm sure then I can easily assuage those concerns. See, it's actually quite simple. We don't really have money here. You see, well, there is money in town, obviously, because we get travelers like yourselves, and they usually want to trade in coin, and so we do have the bank here, which my family has tended to over the years. But really, the bank is all the money in town.
Okay.
And it's just there for trading with outsiders
And
mostly.
you've been keeping records and
Yeah.
making
Oh,
sure.
yes. We have records going back to the
Okay.
founding of the town.
Great.
Basically, every transaction we've ever had with the outside world is recorded in the bank, and all the money that any of the settlers have is accounted for there.
Is there anything that you've done that could be interpreted by, we'll say, really, really uncharitable interpretations as being out of line in any capacity?
He goes, I mean, it might strike most Abadarans as odd in that the bank is in my family, and therefore, I guess my family does own all the wealth in town. But we're not holding it away from anyone. It's communal property.
Okay. Does Abadar understand communism?
Well, Abadar is I don't know what communism is.
I'm sorry. I'm not very well versed in the nature
Well,
of
this is a commune, right?
Abadar.
We're a commune of people who are all together.
I'm
They're in a call that communism.
Is that an ideology of some sort?
No.
I'm sorry. What I was talking about, what I mean is that everywhere else I've been, Abadar has been basically in charge of social stratification, making sure that rich people stay rich. And if it helps the rich people to stay rich...
This is a common misconception. See, my family came here as bankers, but we divested all of our personal belongings. You see, Abadar still watches over our town because we seek the wealth of the community. You see, in the form of everything you see around you. You see, we have foregone our own personal wealth for the building of a strong community.
And if you embezzled, would Abadar stop granting you spells?
Oh, absolutely. Abadar is strongly in a belief that the only wealth that anyone should be able to gain should be that which they have rightfully attained.
So, would a sign that you are still a cleric of Abadar be sufficient for the Knights of Coin?
I would hope so. And he goes, I regularly foengage in all sorts of activities that a cleric engages in. Like, I help the plants grow. I help fortify the foundations of the buildings. I keep tabs on the health and well-being on prominent community members.
Mm-hmm.
Like if anything were to happen to Sheriff Waters here, I would know immediately. And similarly, the innkeeper or the gunsmith.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like you're doing an excellent job. I'm just concerned that they might have some really well-fabricated lies to use against you.
Oh, and I'm sure they do. Abaddon paladins are known for many things, but not one of them is being easily tricked.
Well, and one would think we can discuss theory all day long, but combat rounds are only 6 seconds. You can only explain so much in combat.
Yes.
So I'm not sure how we're going to convince the Knights of Coin while they're trying to actively subdue you that Abadar...
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that, then. I mean, hope it won't come to that. Actually, he goes, I mean, I suppose it probably won't be too, he actually reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a set of sticks, and he goes, I don't think it should be an issue, and he sort of like jumbles them up and sort of taps them to make sure that they're all straight, and they're nice, like laminated wood. They look, and he takes them and he drops them on Sheriff Waters' desk, and he goes, no, talking to them would probably be a really bad idea.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'll have Damien just do a spellcraft check.
Yes.
I was thinking this was going to be another Kester's parents situation.
That's a third.
Got to convince another group of people that you're actually a cleric.
That's a 32.
Yeah. Damien, what he does is, as he organizes these sticks and gets them into position, there is like a flash of magic as he drops them on the table, and you get that he's casting augury. Augury can tell you whether a particular action would be good or bad in the immediate future. The base chance for receiving a meaningful reply is 70% plus 1% per caster level to a maximum of 90%. The roll is made secretly. A question may be so straightforward that a successful result is automatic, or so vague as to have no chance of success. If the augury succeeds, you get one of the 4 results. Wheel, the action will bring good results. Woe, bad results. Wheel and woe, both. Nothing for actions that have that don't have especially good or bad results. If the spell fails, you get the nothing result. A cleric who gets the nothing result has no way to tell whether it was a consequence of failure or successful augury. The augury can see into the future. Oh, it says only about a half hour, but I'm just using it a little bit.
It's like if they were to come right now
and talk to me, would that work? It's like, no.
I could commune with Shaylin to see if she knows.
So that's a woe then.
Yeah, it seems like if they were to come here like right now with the explanation that I have at hand, it wouldn't work.
Whoa.
That's bad.
That would be bad, and I guess they would kill me.
That would be bad.
We don't want that.
No,
let's not have that happen.
Well, what's nice is,
nice.
If it comes down to killing, I feel pretty confident that we will not be the ones that have the killing done. We won't be the recipients of. This is why I don't talk.
We know what you mean. You won't be the recipients of the violence. They will be. I like to think me and Varric are decent at fighting.
Yes. I am decent at fighting.
We're really fucking good at fighting, Lenore says, cracking her knuckles.
I have been on the receiving end of their fighting. They are very good at fighting.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
In this particular scenario, that's a good thing.
I had it coming. Like, I was more or less like we
can move on.
Well, how about it's late. You say when are they supposed to be here?
Tomorrow or the day after that?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, how about you stay at the inn for the night, and in the morning we can get to work on preparing for something to deal with these people.
Actually, wait. Kel, you said you could commune with Shellen and ask. Could you ask how far away the advancing army is?
Yes, I can. Let me look up what the spell commune.
Are we casting commune in a commune?
We
are.
Wait, you cast commune.
It would take me 10 minutes.
Commune, and
it forms a commune.
Yeah, it has to be a yes or no question. It must be a yes or no.
Are they less than a day?
Are they within a day?
Are they within a day, or are they within 2 days?
I ask questions 1 round a level. So I have 10 rounds of questions.
Ask Shellen what her favorite color is now.
All
Shellen's
of
favorite
them.
color is yes.
Yeah. Is Desna there?
Yes. Are you distracted?
Yes.
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 Should
Oh
we call
God,
back?
yes. After a
5d6.
moment passes, you hear a beep-dee-dee. Hello, you have reached the Shellenite line for questions and answers. What is your question?
How far out is the army of Grey Maidens and Knights of Coins?
Yes.
Oh wait. Shit, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Sorry. I meant, are they a day away? Are the invading army less than a day away?
Unclear.
Well, are they more than a day away?
Unclear.
You gotta specify. Are the Grey Maidens and Knights of Coin coming to
Are the
take
Grey
away
Maidens?
the mayor more than a day away?
Yes, that.
No.
They're not more than
No.
a day away.
Oh, that's worrying. I keep almost asking non-yes or no questions.
Listen, I
Like, how are you doing? Are the Knights of Coin coming to Abken prepared for battle?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh no.
is
Ah.
Trinia a homewrecker?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was too loud, but that spiked really loud.
It's fine.
That got me.
Are you asking me that question?
Yeah, I think we don't have any other questions.
I have a couple of questions.
Is that- Kel fully glares at Varric like,
Oh,
what?
wait. Can you ask Shellen? Can you ask Shellen if there is if the Knights of Coin that are coming to Abken will be convinced by any testimony of the people here that their mayor is not embezzling?
That.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful.
Good.
Will the force coming to take over Abken be here by next sundown?
No.
Are they gonna come in the middle of the night? Are they gonna try to fuck things up in the middle of the night?
Will they be coming by 2 sunrises from now?
They will. Actually, you finally get an answer back. So the army won't be here 2 sunrises from now, but some of them might be.
Like an advanced force being like, put down your weapons and submit, or the rest of the army will come and fuck you up.
Yeah.
And I think that's all the questions that you have.
Yes. As always, it was wonderful talking to you, my lady.
Thank you for contacting the Shellenite helpline. We hope that this has been an enjoyable experience for you. Remember, you are a beautiful person, and spread love and beauty in every day of your life. If you would like, you can fill out this survey to see whether or not we served your needs properly. Please, just on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience?
He checks the box marked 10.
All right, and how likely would you be to call us back in the future?
I mean, I get it as a free spell-like ability, so very likely.
Great. Thank you. I've been probably an Azada. Maybe an Agathion.
I've been probably in a Zata.
Sweet, probably in Azada. Bye.
Maybe an Agathion.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cal turns to bye.
Wait, did you want to
Cal
ask me that
turns
thing?
to Lenore.
Actually, wait. Sorry, this is you just hear.
Yes.
As the spell,
Shellen, I
as
get
the
a free
spell, as the spell is
question
fading.
from
Oh, I heard you guys talking about somebody being a homewrecker. You gotta tell me. Give me the hot goss.
Well, we were thinking. So one of our friends here.
Siren would like to try to give like a very sharp poke in the ribs to Kel with her elbow.
I don't want to lie to Shellen.
Sorry, not Shellen, just a servitor.
Just an aside. Oh, right,
I'm
yes.
actually like totally outside the bounds of what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I'm really interested in this question.
It's a pretty interesting question, to be fair. But
You gotta tell me, I'm running out of time. It's fading.
She's not a homewrecker.
I was if the person
Yep.
Trinia Sabor was a homewrecker.
You hear the sound of typing. Unclear.
Unclear.
That's weird.
Kel's eyes go
usually
wide
I
and
know
he's
this
just like,
kind of stuff. Wait. Here, as if a headset being taken off from a call center. Aren't we supposed to know everything about love and relationships? What's the deal with this?
Siren just puts her head in her hands. Her face is
Kel's fully got like a hand over his mouth. Like he did not mean to fully say it. He was just like being
the deepest,
overwhelmed.
The deepest,
just like
red colored
Anyway.
possible on a person's face. Is just she's just mortified.
Varric feels very awful about this.
Cal feels like probably even worse. He's just like, I blurted that out. I'm so sorry.
Varric found out that the men working for him were putting human meat.
I'm sorry. She was bugging me, and I when people ask questions at me too fast, I tend to just give them what they want.
Varric found out that people working for him were serving human meat of people they killed. This is the worst he's ever felt.
Kel, honey, I know we've only just met, so you probably aren't aware of this. Making sure my personal information stays secret is a very big part of my job.
I know. I'm very sorry.
It's kind of impressive that Azada didn't know that. You must be really good at what you do.
It's because I'm very good at my job.
So it's because
it's because good then.
It's because
sorry.
spells and knowledge checks that attempt to reveal extra information about another about a vigilante's other identity don't work.
Damien sort of comes over to Ophelia and puts his hands on her shoulders, or comes over to Siren and puts his hands on her shoulders.
It's okay, Siren. It's okay. It's okay.
And he sort of pulls her away from you.
It's okay. And take a couple of deep breaths. It's all right. Nobody got hurt. It's okay. You're fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. I know. It's just so embarrassing. I know. We can definitely get them back later. Just, it's okay.
Damien looks at you. Points two fingers at his own eyes. Points them at your eyes.
No, I fully expect retribution, right, Varric? We are sorry.
She made me piss my pants a while ago. I feel like we're even now.
So at this point, you guys will see that Tobias Abken seems like he's like sweating. There's like sweat all along his brow. He's like, oh my gosh, they're coming here, and there's nothing we can do to stop them from attacking. And
actually, we did get information. What? The Knights of Coin do seem willing to listen to your testimony.
How many of them are going to be Knights of Coin, and how many are going to be Grey Maidens?
That's a really good question.
I don't know how many people are coming.
It looks like there's going to be some people coming in advance. In advance of the whole force. So maybe those will be the more reasonable people we can talk to.
One can hope.
We can only hope. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, same trade.
Yes, we can
let's think alike.
And Sheriff Waters just puts up a hand, and he goes like, all right, Tobias, you should probably rest. The rest of you, there's an inn 2 doors down that you can stay at.
Oh, 2 doors down. I like that band.
No, the band is 3 doors down.
Fuck.
Isn't that Henry VIII's royal dynasty? 2 doors down.
God, I'm taking back the hero point.
No, the band is called 2 doors down, but
they live 3 doors down.
They live 3 doors down.
It's an Abken band.
I have a genuine question. Where's the tally lead?
Oh, we got there's plenty of it. Actually, reaches in his desk. He goes,
it's all over the place.
Yeah, miracle lineup.
Just specifically, here would be cabbleweed. Is the thing that they have. They have cabbleweed and flayleaf.
Cabbleweed, perfect. I mean, it's like, you go to Abken, you gotta try the cabbleweed.
Huh.
So this So you have flayleaf, which you can smoke, and you have cabbleweed, which you brew into tea.
You have edibles?
Animals.
And
fair enough. Actually,
Drinkables.
they actually
eat
have
flayleaf,
cabbleweed
right?
tea at the inn nearby.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
nice nighttime tea before bed, right? Yes.
Yeah, it is a sedative effect that actually Sheriff Waters will be like, here, why don't you get some cabbleweed tea for the mayor? It'll help him rest up a little bit. And the mayor's like, yeah, cabbleweed probably good for me. And he goes 2 doors down. That's not as opposed to 3 doors down where the band lives. The band called 2 doors down.
And 2 doors down, Henry VIII is staying in the
My
inn.
God, they're all dead.
Everyone in the inn has their head chopped off.
There's a bunch of
Or is
people.
divorced.
There's a bunch of people in this inn, and they're all sort of like leaning over bar stools, and like some people are like passed out on benches, and you see like they've got these mugs of hot tea, and they're just sort of like, ooh. They look at you like bleary-eyed, like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my God, they're all blitzed out of their minds.
And the mayor just puts up a finger for one, and you see them brew up some tea for him. And he takes a drink, and and for a while he was like sweating and really anxious. But as soon as he starts drinking the tea, he relaxes and just goes, okay,
This is the quietest bar I've ever been in.
everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. And he just sort of relaxes into a chair and sort of sinks back down. Everything's fine. They're not gonna kill me. They're gonna...
Somebody give this man a pillow.
Da-da-da,
I imagine
da-da-da.
this is not an uncommon occurrence in this inn. Do they have like pillows for the bar guests?
No, there's no bar guests here.
I would hope not.
There are a couple goblins, though. One of them could be a bar guest.
Pillows for the goblins, and then and then a mattress for the bar guest.
Yeah, one of the bar guests is sitting at the bar. Man, it's crazy. You know, I was underneath the goblin citadel.
And then they all started worshiping me, man.
That's
I don't
weird.
know
That
what
was
to do
weird.
with that was.
So, do you partake in the
Absolutely.
offerings?
Oh yeah.
100%.
So,
I think Damien and Unia won't. Damien because that somebody needs to stay alert, and Unia because they don't really enjoy consuming psychoactive substances.
give me anybody who is partaking in the offerings. Give me a fortitude save.
Lenore and Ophelia.
My good save.
Lenore has
Will do. And Kel.
They do have also alcohol, if you just want alcohol.
Fort save.
Damien is gonna
He's my good save.
go up to try to order shots, and Unia is just gonna put their hand on his shoulder. Don't. Damien, 2 drink minimum Cosmos.
2 drink minimum.
So that's at 30.
Okay, yeah, that'll...
I got a 22.
Okay.
No, sorry. 22.
Yo,
I
It's
rolled,
D8,
I rolled
shit.
terribly for Lenore.
Are you drinking the tea, or are you smoking the flayleaf?
Drinking the tea.
Okay.
Why not
Yeah.
both?
So, you feel...
Both.
For those of you drinking the tea, did anybody roll under a 12?
Hold on. Ophelia has yet to roll.
Oh, boy.
That was cocked. Ophelia got an 18. So Lenore rolled a 15, which is my lowest.
Okay, so none of you become addicted to these things.
Yay!
And
Oh, that's good.
and also none of you take any of the negative effects of them. Those of you who are drinking the tea, you feel basically relaxed and like everything is fine.
Yeah.
And nothing bad is going to happen to you. You're in a safe place.
Yeah.
This is a safe place. You could even sleep here if you really wanted
That
to.
seems nice.
You could. You don't need to, but you probably could. It looks comfortable. You look around at the wooden benches. You're like, those look really comfortable.
Yeah. Hey, I just had a thought. What if there was like a guy?
Yeah. Guy, I'm with you.
Wouldn't that be weird?
What kind of guy?
If there was a guy, wouldn't that be weird? And he had a face.
Oh, not a
Would that be
face.
weird?
No. Face is too weird for me.
No, yeah, the face does make it a little odd. I would agree.
Who is smoking?
I'm smoking.
Okay, so as Lenore starts to say, what if there was a guy and there was a face? You're like, yeah. And what if there was a guy and a face?
Wait, hold on. I want to do something here. So as you're looking around for like a match or something for the flay leaf, Cal just holds up a finger and like a spark of flame comes up.
Hell yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, and you just see, Varric, you're fully distracted by a guy who has just come up to the bar who has a face.
With a face?
Yeah.
No way.
Varric will like walk up to the guy and put his hands on his face, and he'll turn to Lenore and be like,
And-
guys, I found the guy with the face.
What?
You just see Varric.
Holy shit.
Varric is looking at an empty bar stool, going like, guy with a face.
He's an invisible guy with an invisible face.
No way.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy.
No, I
Kel,
have
do you
seen
know-
invisibility. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I cast it. That's definitely an invisible guy.
Here. Eventually, though.
No way.
Eventually, though, you guys do relax. Yeah. All of these are sedative effects, and eventually, you guys
Yeah,
will
I
fall
don't
asleep.
think I don't think they're hallucinogen.
Flayleaf is a
Flayleaf.
mild hallucinogen,
Oh, yeah, Flayleaf is a mild
Yes.
hallucinogen, yeah.
and it also makes you susceptible to suggestion effects. So by suggesting that there might be a guy with a face, you see a guy with a face.
I think
Does it make them more suggestible to the spell suggestion? Oh, I don't have it prepared.
I think when
Actually, ironically, no, because it actually makes
really?
you more resistant to mind affecting effects.
Ophelia
Wild.
is actually going to get up on the table and just lay down and like curl up in a
Totally
little ball.
normal thing to happen here.
Siren is gonna get up and get on the table and sort of just curl up sort of improbably and go to sleep.
Right. And just to fast forward a little bit here, you all wake up the next morning in sleeping in strange places around the area.
Damien has the bag of holding as his pillow.
Actually, where do you wake up in town?
I'll let our guests go first. Where do you wake up and down?
Varric wakes up, pants off on the roof of the gunsmith.
Yes.
Well, that makes what I was gonna say a lot
I was
weirder.
just coming
Okay.
up to get a good viewpoint, man. You know, scope out. You know, when they come, I'll be like, oh, my bow is on the ground.
Oh, all right. So, Kel, where do you wake up?
Well, I think I have to commit to what I was
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Cal wakes up with his head in Varric's lap.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah.
you fell asleep mid something.
Mid something, I don't
Incredible.
know what.
And
There's a
and,
suspicious
so
amount of
there's-
arrows in the tumbleweeds around town.
Yes. Yes.
They're coming.
All the tumbleweeds in town are pinned down by arrows. Actually, you guys wake up and there's like kids out in front of the gun store. They're like, "What are you guys doing up there?"
I was keeping watch over the town.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Does keeping watch mean you don't need pants?
They restrict your
In this
movements.
case, yes, it does.
I still have my agile breastplate on.
So you're well protected then. It's important to wear
Yeah,
protection.
I have like long johns on. I'm still wearing something.
Good. But no pants.
Cal does have full plate on. Cal is still wearing his full plate.
So you have exhaustion.
He does. Oh,
See,
shoot,
the joke
yeah.
is nothing weird happened. We're just
Yeah.
Totally normal. One of those
Totally
normal
normal.
days where you
Nothing
wake up
happened.
with no pants on top of a gun store.
Does that not happen?
In all
You guys-
seriousness, Cal did probably take off. He wasn't that.
Actually, as
Still, he probably
the
did.
kids are sort of like looking up, it's like one of the adults comes along and goes, "Yeah, that's probably a Thursday thing. Yeah. We've nailed down what day of the week is. It's Thursday." Meanwhile, at a nearby
Oh,
roof,
right, I don't need to do anything today. I forgot. I can have exhaustion.
at a
Don't
nearby
worry, Uni is prepping lesser restoration.
at a nearby rooftop, some other person from town wakes up on a roof with no pants. It's like, this is normal. This happens all the time
It's
here.
just a side effect of
It's on,
flailing.
it's on the exact same roof.
Everybody who smokes Flayleaf eventually comes to the same conclusion. I should get on a roof, take off my pants.
And then someone's head is in Kel's lap. It's just a circle.
fractal.
It's like a Ouroboros of pantsless people.
It's one of those things.
It's like,
okay, I don't know
it's
if
a
you
no
ever did
trouser
this.
There's a lot
snake.
less weird.
Yeah, when you lay down with 4 friends on chairs,
you do.
and then people take the chairs from
yes.
underneath you, and and you hold yourself up with your
Oh,
legs.
Yes.
yeah. Ouch.
But now you are in a position where you need to prepare for
Position.
Grey Maidens to come here. What would you like to do to prepare the town?
Oh no. Okay. Well.
What did they do in the Magnificent Seven? Because we'll let's just do that. We'll steal their battle plan.
By the way, I was looking at my spells to see if there was anything I could cast that would last until they get here. I do have Heroism, which lasts 100 minutes, so let me know.
Nice.
Can Shellen inform us when they're 100 minutes out?
Hey, Shellen, tell us when they're
Just
Yeah,
keep it
you
an
just
open
start-
line.
unclear.
You just open up a line to Shellen and you go, "Hi, Shellen. Are they?" Start going
Within
hour by
100
hour.
feet.
Are they this many hours out? Are they this many hours out? Are they this many?
Hot or
I
cold?
can only get down to 10 hours. Or 10 hours from when I start.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you guys doing? It's a brand new day.
So, if, speaking hypothetically, one has not seen the Magnificent Seven, what did they do?
Yeah, speaking.
Well,
Hypothetically, yes.
they I think at one point the youngest one fell in love with the local person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean, we've talked about adding a third person, but not here.
yeah, keep that intact. This would be a good place to add a third person. I feel like, you have, there's a lot of chill people here, I feel like.
How are we protecting the town?
How are we... Varric, we need to actually protect the town,
Okay.
probably.
So let's take stock of how
Might be
many
good.
people have guns in the town. And if the answer isn't all
So-
of them, I'm going to be very disappointed.
So there are 297 people in the town. Of them, there's probably 25 children who probably should not be carrying
No.
guns. There's
Probably not.
actually no, it's probably more than that. It's probably 30 or 40 children. And actually, let's go look at the schoolhouse. How many chairs are in the schoolhouse? Well, that's not a good help. There are 10 chairs in the
Children.
schoolhouse.
There are 10
There are
children.
10 children. No, so there's probably about 40. There's probably about 40 children in town. So we're now whittled down to about 250 people.
Safety guns. They have safety scissors. Do we have safety guns?
All right, about 100 people are old hippies who are probably a little too old to be fighting because this town was founded by old hippies,
Like the sheriff.
like the sheriff. Well, the sheriff is.
They probably weren't old at the time.
They weren't old at the time, but it's been 40 years since they founded the town. So they're all somewhere between their 60s and 80s, maybe 90s in some cases.
So I'm gonna go to a different media here. We have the old people and the children go into crypts.
Okay.
But we leave an opening for the army to come in through the crypts.
Oh no.
We don't have anyone
Who wrote this?
I thought you were going to go the Helm's Deep.
No, I was-
reference.
So
I
they
was making a
kill
Game of
all of
Thrones
the
one.
children and old people first.
That's your plan to protect the
It's-
city, is have
it's
them
in
kill all the
character for
children
me.
and old
It's in
people.
character for me.
Yeah, it's in character for you, probably not for Varric.
I think so. There are 20 usable firearms in towns.
Okay, so the chances of us making a militia are
Slim to none.
Yeah.
You can make a militia.
Listen,
like
20
a militia of
guns
20
is 20
people,
more
but-
guns than no guns.
true.
20 more guns than we have right now.
Also, that means statistically, one of them will get a ×4 crit.
And statistically, 2 of them will explode.
And one of them will crit fail.
That does make things awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now there are other weapons in town. They have like longbows and things like that. So realistically, you can probably arm about 50 to 60 people.
Okay.
But most of these people
That's
are
not
commoners.
Yeah.
So they, or maybe experts. Nobody here in town. Like one of the things that becomes very clear to you very quickly is that while 20 people in town have proficiency with firearms, just because they need to use guns, nobody in here except for the sheriff is a gunslinger. And number 2, basically to put this in game mechanic terms, the highest level people in town are the sheriff, who is a level 6 gunslinger. And
Gets dex to damage.
the mayor is let me check this, a level 5 cleric.
Oh boy. Okay.
Not bad.
He
And-
gets Searing Gray. Searing Light.
Yeah. He could prep Searing Light.
And the innkeeper is a level 5 bard.
So, in terms of the militia in the town, I'm thinking, or I suppose Damien is looking at a map of the town and pointing out,
Okay, so we have 3 people in town who are like really capable fighters. I think
Sorry, in addition to that, the blacksmith is a level 6 expert.
so. We got a few people in town who are really good at fighting, and a bunch of people with small arms. So I'm thinking we should probably make sure that most of the common folk don't ever actually have to see fighting unless things get really bad. I'm thinking we put the kids in the schoolhouse and have the common folk defend that. And if anybody wants to join us up in the front lines to negotiate, like obviously we need to have the sheriff and the mayor there, and we can have the innkeeper and the gunsmith if they want to be. But I think probably everybody else should stay back. If the fighting starts, they're just gonna die.
Mayor, who's next in rotation after you? Who's next in rotation after you?
Yeah.
I think the blacksmith family.
Okay, blacksmith
is next
has to
in
stay in the
rotation.
schoolhouse with the children, just in case things go poorly.
That's
Okay.
a great point. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Not that we think you're gonna die. We don't think you're gonna die.
Right. No. The plan is to not have
Yeah.
you die, and we are reasonably certain we can accomplish that.
Sometimes you end up on the roof with no pants. And things happen, that's why you gotta be prepared.
Yes, and Mayor Tobias goes, yes, sometimes you do end up on the roof with no pants. I think we've all been there.
It's
just a
just
theory.
a nose day.
If I've
So,
learned anything from fighting in Magnamar, it's that you need a backup with you. You need someone to take your place if you go down.
and the sheriff goes, you mean a second?
Yes, I mean a second.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this term. Yep, people running into town think that they can own the place. I've been in a number of duels myself.
Presumably you've won all
I'd
of them
love it
because
in
you're
my
I'm
still
life.
alive.
alive, so,
They've gone pretty well for me.
Also,
That's
I would
fine.
like to find the innkeeper, and I pull out a scrap of paper, and I give it to the innkeeper, and I say, guard this with your life. And it's the chili recipe. This will change the town if you survive.
Yes.
Unia leans in. You can omit the beans if you prefer.
The innkeeper looks at you like, what are you talking about? Omit the beans?
Everyone here's gone mad.
Incredible.
Yeah, Cal just says
The innkeeper
I mean,
actually
you can-
takes
if
this
you want
recipe
to
card and
accomplish
goes,
the same effect.
actually, you know what? That's just crazy enough to work. Starts writing it down.
Though I will say, if you want to get the same effect as emitting the beans, you could add some rat
Don't
spleens.
add rat spleens.
Why would I do?
Any-
You're from
any-
Riddleport, aren't you?
No, I'm from Myrtleport.
No, I was joking that it's not a chili if you don't have beans.
Oh,
in
I
it.
see.
I was
Damn
I was
Riddleport and the rat splains.
doing a subtle joke.
Varric sheds a single
That is-
manly tear, knowing he's passed on the most important knowledge to the people of this town.
Very good. Very good. All right. So
Add
we're
rat spleens.
getting the blacksmith and the kids in the schoolhouse.
And whoever is
People with guns. You do have porches. You do have balconies that overlook So all of these buildings are pretty much all of these buildings anyway are 2 floors.
I think we put the people with the guns on the balconies so they can be safe.
Also, if they're taking cover on the 2nd floor, they get cover bonuses.
Yeah, that's nice.
And also they get higher ground bonuses, right?
yeah,
There you
yeah. Okay.
Where we're
Yeah,
going,
I mean,
we don't need higher
I
ground
knew a Pathfinder
bonuses.
rule.
Yay!
go. So we create a kill
I did it.
box.
Look, Mom, I did it.
Yeah. So basically, I imagine they're gonna come up the main street here. The tumbleweeds are gonna roll past.
Is there any way we can, like, make it so that the only path that makes sense is a direct path through the center of town where we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, so I think that's
You
what we
have 2
want to do.
clerics, and
Why don't we?
I believe.
I can cast Wall of Stone.
Hold on.
Finally.
Finally!
Let me see.
Wall of Stone. Yes, I don't have that.
Tobias actually goes like at the talk of like casting spells to like make things better. He's like, I'm sorry, most of the spells that I've ever prepared are mostly just for reinforcing the stability of the town. Usually I prepare truth telling, I read weather, ant hall, forbid action to make people not do things that would damage other things. I know hold person.
Hold person will be useful.
Oh, that's useful.
The person's good.
What's your DC like?
Oh, not good, not good.
Do you have, I would recommend just preparing healing spells.
Yeah,
Well, I can spontaneously cast healing.
Oh, that's true.
Right. Clerics.
I don't have to
I was
prepare
Right,
anything.
yes, I, like other clerics, can also spontaneously cast heal spells. That is.
I don't like the way that you're
I
saying
can
that.
also spontaneously
Why-
cast healing
why-
spells.
I
It is
feel
weird
like
that-
any question you may be asking is being answered by the fact that I'm saying I'm like every other cleric.
He's like, I can. I could do stone shape and erect barriers like that.
Erect, you say?
Yes.
That
I
might
could cast
help, yes.
Wall of Stone and then you could shape that stone.
Yes, this would be good.
Little 1-2 combo.
I like the way we're thinking.
He's like, I can make a symbol of healing. Let me see.
Ooh, symbol.
Status. I'm probably not going to need status, am I?
If you want to keep track of, say, how the blacksmith in the schoolhouse is doing.
Ooh, that would be good. Yes, I'll cast status on myself, and so we'll have status affecting me and Sheriff Waters and the blacksmith. How many people can I affect with status? Level 5 cleric status. Let's see. That's 1 creature per 3 levels. Great. So I'm going to get the blacksmith.
Probably smart.
Yes. Usually I'd track Sheriff Waters, but today I'll track the blacksmith. Do we want him to prep anything else? Here's what I have. I have Abadar's Truth Telling, Ant Hall, Forbid Action, Read Weather, Augury, Hold Person, Shield Other, Status, Prayer, Stone Shape, Symbol of Healing.
Does he have
Prayer.
What's the difference between Abadar's Truth Teller and Zone of Truth?
Abadar's Truth Telling is a single target effect.
Okay.
And I believe it gives you a visual indicator that they're under the effect of it.
Okay.
What do you think would help you make the best case to the people that you're still in Abadar's good graces?
Well, everyone here knows me. They
Not
know
the people
where.
here. The Knights
not
of
the
Coin.
people here, but the
Oh, I mean, I guess could show them the ledgers. That should work, right?
Probably.
yes.
I have plenty of records that show that I haven't taken anything for myself.
Just as a secondary method, does Abadar's... I'm not too familiar with Abadar's holy spells. Does Abadar's truth-telling generate some sort of Abadaran imagery?
Oh yeah.
Or would they... And that might be good. If you just were to cast it on one of us, or something like that. Generate the Abadaran symbol, and then they might know that it's...
Yes, it requires a divine focus, so I would be... He looks at his bolo tie, and he's like, I'd be using this to cast it.
Yes, and I would assume...
When you cast it on someone, they take on the semblance of a being of perfect order, like an archon or an inevitable, so that all who can see the target know that it is affected by the spell.
Wow.
Yes. The divine guise flickers over the target for only an instant, does not allow it to pass as a member of a different race.
Or an Aeon, who we know smoke a lot of tallyweed.
Yes. They love to count things, those Aeons.
Yeah.
That's it.
One.
So, Unia is also going to prepare Zone of Truth, in case we need them to be compelled to tell us the truth. Like go over to the Grey Maidens. Now, have you been honest in telling the Knights of Coin why you've come here? You know.
Oh, I can do that, but in a more aggressive way if needed. I have confessed.
Excellent.
Remember?
Excellent.
Yeah, that's basically, you have to tell, if you fail the will save, you have to tell the truth, or you take 5d6 points of damage and are sickened for 2d4 rounds.
Awesome.
So we have a little bit of a montage here as you get the kids out of the way. The elderly, where are the elderly going?
Are they also going to the schoolhouse?
Sure, why not?
They have like a bingo hall, maybe?
Oh, we haven't gotten a bingo hall yet.
You should.
That sounds like
It's enjoyable.
it's a good idea. We could put them in the church.
Yeah.
There's a Church of Abadar at the end of the street.
Yeah.
Be sure to leave the key on the gate.
Yeah.
What?
Be sure to... The key was like on the door, right?
Yeah, there's a key like hanging over.
You know, we gotta be...
I assume it's the Abadar holy symbol
Yes.
key, not the...
Oh,
is that the actual key to the...
I thought you meant like the literal key to the temple, and they're just like,
no.
yo, if you want to get in, like, whatever, dude.
No, we're talking a key about like a foot long and
so it's the key to the
inches
city.
wide, and yeah, that's the key to the city. Yes, and sorry. So the elderly go into there. The children are in the schoolhouse. We make some stone barriers around the edges of town. It's actually quite easy because all these streets are all the streets. There's two streets. There's one street going down, and then there's one crossing it. And so basically, if you use Wall of Stone to block off the side street, you have one way in and out of town.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And then you have 20 people with guns overlooking the main road.
Yep.
Okay.
Tell me if before you want to roll a charisma skill, because I do have a spell that gives you... Well, I both have enhanced diplomacy and as a cantrip and tap enter beauty, which gives you a +2 on charisma skills as a first level spell.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking up my spells, making
think-
sure I know what all of them do.
I think I'd like to have Majenko take to the air and see if he can get a better vantage point on when folks are approaching. Or did we use commune to get the exact hourage?
Oh yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll use my spell-like ability for the day.
Okay, how are you using your commune?
I am using it to basically guesswork how many hours it will be until they get here.
Great.
I assume the Azada's not going to be too happy with me being like, will they be here in 5 hours? 4 hours?
About what time? Actually, what time are you casting the spell?
What time? Noon, maybe?
Yeah, midday.
Right after lunch.
Okay.
As you're casting the spell, they come in.
You're right, yeah.
But
Oh, shoot, it takes 10 minutes.
it's high noon.
You see, it's funny you say that.
Oh,
Because
no.
you're getting everything ready. You're getting your gunners in position. And you're like, wow, it's probably a great time. We should probably break for lunch. What time is it? Dong, dong, dong. And it chimes out something. There's no fucking clock
It's
tower
12
here.
dong.
It's 12 dong.
12 dongs.
Thanks,
Majenko.
So there's
As-
12 people coming.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This is a again a horrible joke.
Oh no.
12 dong. 12 dong is what was on the roof.
No,
That's right. Yeah.
12 bong is what's in the end.
So somehow a clock chimes out noon.
It's on the schoolhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sure,
cast
that
my
works.
one
Schoolhouse
spell,
clock.
Conjure Clock.
The schoolhouse clock, my
Were
favorite
they
band.
dancing by the schoolhouse clock? That doesn't make any sense. The palisade wall doors are flung open, and you see a group of riders coming up in a couple lines.
There
Are 9 of them
Kel is just-
actually?
God damn it!
Oh no! Kel is just kneeling down to start the commune, and he just kind of.
Kel, they're here.
As
All right.
as out, at
Well,
the
yes, I
front.
guess we know how many hours it'll be.
At the front, there are 3 paladins in gleaming gold armor atop horses in similar gleaming gold barding, who walk forward with their heads held high and their hammers at their sides and crossbows strung across their back. And at the end of the street here, they lift their shields. One of them comes forth and
one comes fifth.
and says, by order of the Bank of Abadar, the town of Abken must surrender unpaid taxes, and Mayor Tobias Abken must answer for the crimes of embezzlement and tax evasion.
With all due respect, may we and the mayor talk to you for a minute?
And the other 2, the Knights of Coins, hop down off their horses, and they like have their shields at the ready. And 2 gray maidens come up to the sides of them.
No.
And take up position next to them. And another gray maiden with a spear is basically right behind them. Then there's 2 other gray maidens flanking. And then as you say that, you'll hear a voice from the back just say, you will find that the Bank of Abadar is very straightforward in these matters, and the Queen is not prepared to negotiate.
Oh no.
And let me direct your attention to a woman at the back.
No, is
She's got a gun!
And actually,
Annie's got a gun.
Ophelia puts up her hands.
Now you all seem like kind and reasonable people.
are you
Are you kind and reasonable people?
Ha, God of War reference.
Because I believe what's generally preferred in circumstances like this is for people to be considered innocent until they're proven guilty.
Everybody, actually, the gray maidens like look at each other, and the paladins of Abadar go, "What?" And Sheriff Waters goes, "What does that mean?" Innocent
Certainly
until
you have
proven guilty?
evidence of embezzlement and tax evasion.
They're actually going to start moving forward towards you. Not like with weapons drawn or anything. They're just moving forward in formation. The paladins will say, we have tax records going back some 30 years that indicate the town of Abken has been delinquent in its taxes a number of times. In the past 30 years, they have been delinquent in their taxes no less than 12 times at time of annual reporting.
I mean, that's not even half the years.
The Bank of Abadar here was founded in the name of the Abken family as a subsidiary of the Corvosa Bank of Abadar. As these records are not properly maintained, and there is no record of where the money went, we must assume that the bank itself is involved in this delinquency.
Well, we have records here, don't we, Mayor?
And Tobias Abken will come out again, sweat forming on his brow. He goes, Yes, we have... Oh, there's 2 Tobiases on the map. That's weird.
He duplicates. I am a cleric of Abadar. I can duplicate.
He goes, I do have... and he starts to walk forward, and you see Sheriff Waters like hold up a hand and put it to his chest. He goes, "Why don't you let me handle this?" Sheriff Waters takes the ledger, and he holds it up, and he goes, "Now look here. We have here all the evidence that you need. No money has been wrongfully held by the Abken family. We have worked here as a farming, fishing, and logging community for the past 40-something years. And in that time, we have not engaged in that much outside economic activity. Well, so what you'll find from this book is that all the coin we ever had has been kept here and only used for circumstances where we had to deal with other towns. That's the reason why when we paid our taxes, we did so with the sweat of our own brow." This has a record of all the trading that this town has had in the past 40 years. You'll see every copper piece accounted for in here.
And Cal reaches out and like lightly taps him on the shoulder or something. I guess he would be back there with him now, but whatever. He's gonna move over and lightly tap him on the shoulder, just like the guise of a reassuring pat. But like,
and
you get a +2.
And like and basically the book glows with a rainbow of energy.
Yeah.
As that happens,
And then he moves
and Sheriff Waters holds it up, and he says, "If anyone wants to come over, take it. You're free too."
Multi-classes into living grimoire or whatever the investigator archetype that smacks people with books is.
Yes. This is his inspiration to retrain his cleric levels into living grimoire.
Can we make some sort of diplomacy check?
Yeah, actually, that's what's being done right now. Is basically Tobias is going to try to negotiate on his own behalf.
This book is absolutely beautiful now, by the way. Tap Inner Beauty is the spell I cast on it.
Now this is technically a wisdom-based check, but because he's using it in a charismatic way, we are going to allow Tap Inner Beauty in this circumstance. So what does Tap Inner Beauty give me?
+2 on all charisma-based checks. Charisma stuff.
So at this, the center Knight of Coins it starts to go forward, and a few of the Grey Maidens look at him like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you breaking?" Like they give him. Actually, you can't see their faces. They look at him, and they sort of close ranks behind him, as if like him leaving has weakened the entire formation. And you see the other 2 knights sort of look back like, "What? This is totally normal." That we're he's like, "Well, if you have an account of everything," and the knight comes over, just walking, leaving his horse behind, and he reaches out a hand. "Let me see the records." And Sheriff Waters holds out the records, and he takes note of the faint glow. He's like, "It's not." You see the paladin's eyes light up. "Oh, okay. Inner Beauty? That's weird. I guess there's nothing more beautiful than math." And she opens the book.
Of course, an Italian, an Abadaran would say that.
And you see him flipping through the book, and he goes, "No, that's unconventional. Wait." He looks at you, and he looks at the sheriff. He goes, "You all willingly gave up all of your possessions for the town?" Well, he's like, and Tobias in the back is like, "Well, we didn't really give up. We pooled all of our resources, and now they're communal property. We all share. You see, private property is inherently theft.
Yes. Haven't you even read
And
Jarl Marx?
therefore, by denying our neighbors access to what we have, we were lessening the wealth of the entire community. He's like, yeah, I don't know about all of that, but
He does still get Abadar and cleric spells. Abadar has not abandoned this town.
as the paladin looks through it, he goes, but it's all accounted for. And you see the paladin sort of furrows his brow as he looks through this. It's strange, but I suppose it's not tax evasion. You're all just poor.
They do have detect poor people.
There's nothing in the strange,
That comes
but there's
from
nothing
the-
in the
and he
rules that says you can't pool your wealth.
That comes from the high schooler NPC class, though.
Yes. The paladin goes, can we take this back to the bank? And Tobias says, oh yes, we have everything in triplicate. Feel free. And the paladin goes, yeah. And he sort of like starts walking back, looks at the other paladins and goes, I think there's been a misunderstanding. Everything does appear to be in order. And as he says that, the Grey Maidens are actually going to push forward past the paladins. And you see the woman in the back say, so.
We're gonna pull out our weapons.
Now I take the shot.
So the woman in the back says, are you blind? This is obviously some sort of enchantment. The marks of Shellenite embellishment are all over this. Clearly, what's happened here is you have sought to deceive not only yourselves, but Abadar himself. And as she does that, the knights sort of go, no, it really, it's like, trust me. And he says, I studied the aura. It's just, it's Shellenite magic. It's meant to make it more appealing, but it's not changing. I've heard enough. She moves to step forward a little bit and she says, by order of Queen Iliosa, I am here to place Tobias Abken under arrest. And as she says that, Sheriff Waters will actually step forward and say, if you don't mind, I am the law enforcement in this town, and I have not seen anything wrong with Tobias's conduct. And as he says that, he actually pushes back his jacket, revealing his pistol. And so, I am not ready to release him into outside custody, as I don't think any crime has been committed. As he says that, she also pushes back her poncho, revealing a pistol. She goes, so
Just two bang sticks.
it seems we are in an impasse. Yeah, and Sheriff Waters is going to study her for a moment.
Would it be good for us to roll into initiative?
I don't know. That's kind of up to you.
So I think as
Sheriff
we're all
Waters seems to want to be handling this himself, but he is an old man.
Yeah. As we're sort of watching them stare each other down, I think whether or not Varric wants to take the shot, this might be a good time.
Varric? It does look like they are sort of readying their weapons.
I will take the shot.
Hold on.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I see you take the shot. You can take the shot first, and then I've got something to do as a ready.
If you're gonna buff someone, you should buff the sheriff.
Oh, no, it wasn't a buff. It's a thing that's going to stop the other Grey Maidens from being able to help.
So hold on. Before anybody rolls for initiative, I need everybody who's basically in this stare down to roll perception.
Okay.
Yep, will do. I've got some percept.
That's a 3.
Because this is essentially this is a dual challenge.
Okay. Lenore.
And
Lenore got a 9.
we need to determine who has the quickest draw.
Okay, Lenore has the 19. Unia has a 17. Ophelia has a 17. And Damien has 16. Okay, so 19's the best I've got. It's from Lenore.
And Varric?
I got a 3.
Oh.
You just see two people talking.
Oh, I did not get a 3.
Kel is so excited.
I got a natural 20 for a 26.
So, essentially, the challenge appears to be between Sheriff Waters and the Taxmaster.
I thought that was a Marvel villain.
As they're sort of doing this, Sheriff Waters quickly pulls his gun and gets off a shot before she has time to draw. And now please roll for initiative.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is better. I have a good initiative. Rolling +9.
Oh, okay. I rolled. I have a +7, and I rolled well. These. Okay.
Nice.
These. I remember what I rolled on it, but these dice are absolutely beautiful, and they roll rocks.
Yeah.
So Sheriff Waters, in a move that you can tell is so practiced that it cuts through the age and arthritis and whatever else might be messing with his joints. It just this fluid motion just pulls his gun out, lets off a shot so fast you can barely see him move. Slams another cartridge, like a powder charge and bullet back in, and just levels this one shot straight at the lady. And I'm gonna dead eye.
Ooh.
Gunslinger.
He did say he had a bad eye. I don't know if he's dead though.
It's like, there's a reason they call it dead eye.
I can't see no more.
Let's see.
It's dead.
So he's gonna spend a grit point to resolve this still against touch AC with a shot that just pierces right through the Taxmaster's armor. Pierces through, dealing 8 points of damage to her.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Varric, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward to start.
The sheriff's gonna move to take cover behind the gallows.
Sounds
ironic.
like a good call.
I'm going to take. This is a lot. So I'm gonna take. So I have Many Shot, Deadly Aim, and Rapid Shot.
Oh god.
So I'm just gonna start shooting at the Taxmaster.
Machine gun bow.
Here it is.
This is why bows are more powerful than guns in Pathfinder.
So is she human?
She is human.
So that's gonna be a 37 to hit.
Woo! Damn! Yeah, that'll hit.
Hot damn.
Okay. So then that's 2 arrows hitting her, so that's a 4 and a 3, so that's 7. And then 46 from Human Bane.
Oh, 4d6. I thought you said 46.
15, 26, 60 points of damage, shot number 1.
60.
Christ.
Okay.
Whoa.
When you added 4d6 for your Bane, did you also add 4 for the improved enhancement bonus against
I did not.
humans?
That's 64 points of damage. Thank you.
A full stack of damage.
64 points of damage. Okay, then I
We're
need
doing
to
it
look.
twice because
So
it's a many
rapid
shot, so this is the first arrow and then the many shot damage.
Full stack of damage.
Okay, so then this is my second shot, also at +19. That's gonna be. Well, that might miss. It's a 26 to hit. This is
That is going to be a hit, though.
That might miss. It's a 26 to hit is not a sentence that should be uttered at 10th level.
19. Yeah, it's only 25 points of damage this time.
25.
Only
Okay.
25 points of damage.
Only 25. That's gonna be a 27 to hit for
Yep.
another for 24 points of damage. Wait. No, it was actually 27 last time. Now it's 26. I've been forgetting to add the +2 enhancement bonus to.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The Bane damage.
And then this one is. This one. only a +9? I think it might be. That's a natural 20.
Oh, bow
I'm gonna
crit. Bow crit.
I'm gonna
roll to
spend
confirm.
my hero
Oh,
point to
Yes!
add my level to my confirm roll.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a 27 to confirm.
Yeah.
That'll confirm.
Okay, do I roll 3 times the die, or do I roll the die?
Three dice and add the mod 3 times.
You don't
Okay, so-
double the Bane damage 3 times, though.
No.
No, you don't double bane damage.
99 points of damage, right?
Wow.
You hit this Inquisitor with a volley of arrows, and on the last arrow, you basically, it just tears her spine out the back of her body, and like the rest of her bones just kind of fall apart like so much fucking meat.
Kella,
All the world's meat.
All the
even.
world's
World's
meat.
meat even.
That's right. Cowhammer boys are back, baby.
Kella lets out an audible whoop.
She is fucking dead.
Yeah.
She is so dead that it would be almost impossible to raise her even if you wanted to.
Yeah. Kel lets out an audible whoop before covering his mouth. It's like, sorry,
like
I
a
shouldn't
bloody
condone
mist.
violence, but did you see that?
Varric Van Kaskerkin having a fucking redemption arc right now.
Yeah. Kel,
Yes.
Oh
All right.
you are up next.
He's pumped up. He, has this glaive in his hand, and he kind of levels it point first at which is not how you hold a glaive, but he's doing a special thing. He levels it point first at the back row of soldiers, at the back row of Grey Maidens, and he whispers a prayer to Shaylin in Ignan, and you see the blade just comes, the tassels wrap around the blade, and it just comes alight in prismatic colors as a beam of energy shoots out, and a huge wall of just flashing rainbow swirling colors shoots up along this back row of soldiers, and I need all 3 of those Grey Maidens to make me a fortitude save and tell me the number.
Oh my god!
Sorry, the 3 in the back?
Yeah, and tell me the number, because I
Gotcha.
can make them re-roll if they...
All right, from left to right, we have, wow, that's remarkably consistent, 23.
re-roll.
Okay, reroll.
I'm using my 1-a-day power.
Yeah!
12.
Fail.
All right, we have a fail. I'm just going to mark, and then we have 11.
Fail.
And then we have another 23.
Okay, the 23 succeeds, but the other 2 are blinded
Nice.
for 10 rounds.
Oh my god.
And
The rest of their lives.
and the one who succeeded is fascinated for 10 rounds.
Oh my god.
Wow!
Scintillating wall.
Yeah!
It's I have it in my special. I basically upgraded like the Shellenite magic glaive to have scintillating wall instead of color spray.
That's
I
so
had
cool!
Rain helped me
Nice.
do it.
That's so fucking
I've
cool!
wanted to
Ophelia.
do it.
Yeah, as this wall just washes over them, and 2 of them,
it's still there. If anyone
raise
moves through it, they're gonna
raise
be-
their hands to like shield their eyes, and don't manage to. Like they're hit with the flash of these bands of color, and the remaining one is just sort of sits there, and you watch as her arms just go slack as she looks at the.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Have the 2
What's
in the
up?
front roll me fortitude saves as well.
Oh
10
my
foot
god!
squares per
Oh
level.
fuck!
Hi.
Okay, yeah, they fail. They fail too.
Yes.
I think we were underestimating our abilities to make Pathfinder characters, Emmett.
I think you are. I think you've made perfectly decent Pathfinder characters. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, are they blinded and fascinated, or are they just blinded?
They they also have to succeed at a they have to do a I think they have to do a will save to avoid being fascinated, but the people who succeed at the blinded check are automatically fascinated.
Okay. They're all fascinated.
Okay. Yeah. DC 19 because I have a +1 on pattern spells that cause fascination. And this spell causes fascination.
So yeah, it looks like creatures moving through the wall must succeed at a will save or become fascinated. If it appears in the same space, they must succeed at a fortitude save or become blinded. If you successfully save against the blindness, you are subject to the fascination effect, unless you leave the wall within 1 round of casting the spell.
Yo,
So
this is a
it
good
looks
spell.
So it looks like, if you succeed against the fortitude save, you have to leave within that round, or you become fascinated.
Gotcha.
So there's basically the 4 of them, the 4 who failed are all blinded, but are not fascinated yet.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I was misreading that.
And the one who succeeded is not fascinated yet either. And if any of my characters move through the wall, they have to make a will save or become fascinated.
Gotcha. Okay. So we have one Grey Maiden who is not
I
fascinated.
can dispel it as a dispel action. So
Gotcha. All right. Ophelia.
Okay, the wall does not impede movement or line of sight in any way. Ophelia looks at what is happening here, realizes it's probably not in her best interest to try to run through that because her will saves are not great.
Kels literally says, don't run through that. It's you see what it did to them.
It's a good call. Now I think if I move up to attack, does that involve moving through the wall, or does it just involve getting up next to the wall?
As long as none of your movement goes through the wall, you would not move through the wall.
Okay.
Being next to it, I don't think would incur the penalties of moving through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why I would.
So, all right. So I'm going to, rather than doing the thing where I move through somebody's square, I guess I will make a stealth check against the perception of this blinded Grey Maiden, and I will just run up and attack her. I will charge even. A 24 to stealth plus whatever bonuses I get for them being blinded. And I'll run up and attempt to startling appearance.
Can you startling appearance if they still can't see you?
I think because they're aware they're
stabbing
not
them?
Yeah, they've suddenly become aware of me because I'm stabbing them.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
I will attempt an intimidate check. That is a 24 to intimidate.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So I will make an attack roll. I will get my bonus from charging, so that's a plus 13, and then they're human, so that's a plus 15. And then I get a plus 2 to attack and damage when concealed, so that's a plus 17. Which is probably what I needed, because that's a 4 on die. Does a 21 hit?
21 hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Blinded and all the other stuff, and flat-footed. Yes.
Yeah, okay. 19 points of getting hit with a rapier damage.
Okay.
5d8 hidden strike damage.
Oh, she's down.
Oh, that's spicy. 27 hidden strike damage. Oh god,
Oh
and then
my
we
God.
haven't even gotten to the bane damage yet. So
No, she's very
We
dead.
are wrecking the shop here.
Let me see. What is her con mod? Oh god, yeah, her con's 13. She's fucking dead.
yeah, and then we get an additional 10 points of bane damage. So
She is. Yeah, she is dead. She is overkilled to the point where you can no longer raise dead on her. She's very dead.
We are obliterating these Grey Maidens.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have come to this lovely little commune.
and then I'm gonna swift action Shadow Shroud. So I am concealed.
I mean, you're concealed anyway.
Well, not against this one Grey Maiden.
Right.
And I did just run out, so.
Damien, what'd you like to do?
Damien. Well, most of these folks are looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Damien's not really in range to hit the other Grey Maiden right now, but he can move up 30 feet and throw N card. So Damien is going to move up 30 feet and he's going to spell strike with an intensified shocking grasp. I should be able to get within 20 feet.
All your characters are so cool. I love all of the classes.
So this is just one throw. I will enter start off style as a swift action, which gives me +2 to damage with cards, but does not improve my throw at all.
Gotcha.
rapid shot is off, deadly aim is off.
Yes.
No buffs are up. And here we go. That's not bad. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna take 1d4 plus 2 getting hit with a card damage.
Okay.
Because I didn't charge it up or anything.
Okay. And shocking grasp.
Yeah. And shocking grasp. 9d6 shocking grasp damage.
Oh fuck.
I probably should have charged up the cards instead of entering Stout Hostile, but
Oh my god.
oh, I'm sorry, not 9d6, 10d6. I'll roll an additional d6 here.
That's so much damage.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
a 35 points of damage.
She's unconscious.
Hey,
Damien.
Hey, I did it! Oh my god! Did you see that? Did you see that?
That was awesome,
I finally hit
Damien.
somebody with that fucking thing. Oh my god!
Awesome job.
Oh my god!
That was amazing.
He's like his tail. If it had fur on it, would be puffed out like an excited cat. But instead, it's just sort of thrashing around.
Amazing.
He's like,
Oh my god! I did it! Oh my god! Did you see that? I did it!
All right. So those that failed their fortitude save, are they blind? They're blinded and fascinated.
They are blinded unless they are blinded, and they are fascinated unless they leave within one round.
I think because the scintillating wall is a pattern effect, they can't actually be fascinated by it if they're blinded.
Oh, fair enough. Right.
Okay, so the Grey Maiden in the center who was blinded is
makes
just
a
gonna
lot of
like
sense.
start pushing back away from the light, so that she gets out of it. And as she gets into this space, one of the knights is basically, as she gets into this area, one of the knights grabs her and like shoves her to the ground. It's like, hold on, drop your weapons. No one else has to be hurt here. The knights in the back actually pull their crossbows, and they train them. Basically, one knight trains a crossbow on the remaining Grey Maidens in the scintillating wall, and the other actually aims at Varric. Just like, everyone, weapons down. Lenore, what do you want to do? One Grey Maiden is on the ground. 2 foot soldiers are still in the light. Oh, actually, they like basically these two. One of them comes up to here to try and get out of the way. One of them actually steps forward to get out. And she's sort of like pushing her head against her face to block the light.
Just like
And
cats.
yeah. And the knights, one of the knights has basically pinned one of the Grey Maidens to the ground, which mechanically he's just tripped her, but she's blind and tripped now, and she has a blade at her. The remaining 2 Knights of Coins are basically holding their action to fire a crossbow, one at the Grey Maidens and the other at one of you guys, if nobody else stands down. Lenore, what do you want to do?
Lenore hasn't started raging yet, so she'll see that the Knights of Coin are looking to defuse the situation, and she'll see that all of the Grey Maidens are incapacitated, and that Ophelia is in full murder hobo mode, and
You mean Siren?
Siren is in full murder hobo mode.
No, I was still making a
Ophelia's-
joke that
Ophelia's-
was.
I know.
It's Siren and Ophelia are the same person.
They are?
You're fine.
And
We've done this joke like a billion times.
It all makes sense now.
and she'll see that Siren is in full murder hobo mode, having just shockingly overkilled a lot.
Just
that
killed
both
a
Varric
man.
and Siren have shockingly overkilled people.
Damien's
And
just
she's
shocked
just-
someone.
Yeah, Damien shocks someone and they're unconscious. Lenore's just gonna put down her faux shard put her put her hands out in sort of an expansive but not aggressive gesture. Say, I think it's pretty clear we've got the upper hand here. She looks around. She sort of spares a glance to the folks on the rooftops. We're not interested in a war either. Take your people, leave, say everything's in order here. They shot first. The people of Abken have no quarrel with you. The Grey Maidens were out of line. Are we in agreement?
Okay. At that, does Majinko want to do anything?
Majenko wants to go, yeah!
What she said. Do you want to roll, I think Intimidate would probably be best?
Yeah, Lenore wants to roll Intimidate.
Point his bow at the knight that's being spoken to. Can I aid other Intimidate?
No, because you did a full round attack action.
Can Majenko and Unia help?
Yes, because you have not acted yet in combat.
Oh my god, Majenko rolled a natural 20 to help. Ooh. I probably should have rolled Lenore's Intimidate first, but Majenko helps. Lenore got a 25, and Majenko aided. So that's a 27. Okay. I can have Unia aid as well, or try. Are we in dim light or no? It's the middle of the day.
It's noon.
With the light, my brain goes, it's sunset. No, it's noon. So Unia will try to help intimidate. What is that? They just barely help. So that's a 29.
Oh my god.
Unia glares, and the shadows, the shadows that are, barely visible because the sun is so bright, deepen and seem to lengthen sort of improbably as Lenore stands there, unarmed, but still fucking scary.
And yeah, it's quite intimidating. Sheriff Waters actually comes out from cover and has gun trained on, basically loads another shot into the pistol and has a gun trained on the Grey Maiden that's at the front of the scintillating wall. Weapons on the ground. Spread your belly out across the ground real quick. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. And then Varric. And actually, Sheriff Waters also holds up hands like, everyone else, hold your fire. Hold your fire.
Yeah, I'm going to delay my turn.
Delay, okay.
I don't suppose putting them in a prison of light would help, so I'm going to delay. That's what I was planning on doing, but because I have a really cool spell.
And if everybody is delaying, then I can quickly resolve this as the Grey Maidens who are blinded basically raise their hands in surrender. They put their swords on the ground. The paladins actually will go forth. The two who are not tending to the one who's on the ground will go forth and grab the wrists of the Grey Maiden at the back. And they go, what in the hells is going on here? All right. We're all good then.
Oh, I can dispel the scintillating wall, actually.
Yeah. All right. So you get rid of that?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Is there anyone in this town who can cast sending?
I've prepared sending today.
Do you know the Muffin Man? No. Do you know Archbanker Tuttle?
I do know Archbanker Tuttle.
I need you to send a message to him.
What would you like me to say?
And so the paladin gives you his name and rank and basically he says, the situation in Abken is not what we were led to believe. This is a call for all Abadarn forces approaching the town to stand down. We need to resolve this with the sheriff.
And Unia will cast sending, and they will deliver that message exactly.
And you'll get a message back from Darb Tuttle saying...
It's me.
Basically just saying...
Darby.
Darby is the Archbanker?
Oh!
Yes.
Always happen.
Archbanker Darby.
Archbanker Darby. It's Darby to my friends. Otherwise, it's Mr.
Oh, please. Mr. Archbanker was my father.
It's like, no.
I'm Archbanker. And you'll get a message back saying, Uni of the 13th, guys. So sorry for the confusion. I'll relay this message to the commanders of my garrison and tax masters.
And also as a show of good faith, Unia will cast Stabilize on the unconscious Grey Maiden.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
to keep her from dying.
And the sheriff is actually going to take the weapon away from the Grey Maiden that's on the floor over here, and he's just going to say, now if you don't mind, I'm going to be placing this one under arrest for disturbing the peace. I think that's a more than fair charge. And looks around at the paladins. Paladins sort of go, probably, yeah. Now, we're going to get to the bottom of why these people seem to think this poor man, and he points back at Tobias Abken, who has passed out and is on the ground.
No!
Smoked too much.
He just fainted.
He smoked too much garbage
Why
weed.
this poor man has been accused of such horrible crimes. But in the meantime, I look forward to working with the Church of Abadar in getting to the bottom of this. You can take this back to whoever you need to show it to and tell them that there has been no wrongdoing in the town of Abken. And one of the Grey Maidens will be like, they shot Gerada!
And I'll do it again.
And Sheriff Waters looks at her, basically holstering the gun, just goes, and I'll shoot anybody who tries to draw iron on anybody in my town. I think that's my right. And he looks at the paladins, and they go, you know what? How about this? We're going to go back to our people. You can keep her as prisoner. I think this should make everybody happy. Well, not everybody. The queen's not going to be very happy.
And neither of the people who are dead.
No, I don't think they'll be very happy either. Gerada was not very happy in general, though. She had like a whole thing going on.
Now
She has a couple whole things.
A couple of things.
Nice.
Oh, I've got one last thing. Cal is going to go up to the sheriff. Now, I do know that Grey Maidens are dangerous, even potentially without weapons. If you do want me to make her less able to potentially break out, I can.
I'll kill her.
I'm not going to kill her.
how?
Oh, don't worry. It's a...
No, I think we can hold her just fine.
All right.
We haven't had anybody in a jail cell here in a long time.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You might... How upkept are your jail cells?
Oh, they're fine.
Okay. Well, then there's no cause for concern.
And if there's any problem with them, Tobias can fix it.
Right. I was just wondering if you wanted maybe a small curse bestowed on her to make her less likely to break out.
He looks at...
I don't tend to like to do it, but I thought I'd offer.
He's like, I wouldn't say no to it.
All right. He whispers a short prayer, amounting as he reaches over to the Grey Man, basically amounting to, Shaylin, I'm sorry. This is for the greater good, I swear. And roll me a will save.
8.
Okay, you take a -4 penalty on attack rolls, saves, ability checks, and skill checks in perpetuity.
What?
Yeah, bestow curse.
And as that's happening, Majenko is going to flutter his little wings and go over and land on top of Varric Van Kaskerkin's head and say,
I think you're a good guy now.
I certainly try to be.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what they say? The only way to stop a bad guy with a gun
That's a good guy.
is a good guy with a bow.
A really strong bow.
fuck.
It's a pretty strong bow. It's +5 strength.
Amazing.
Single
And,
manly tear rolls down Varric's cheek.
With prisoners taken properly and the Church of Abadar no longer really invested in this
Invested.
in this invasion, the town of Abken will be safe for now. And you all may report back to your respective people.
We should probably leave,
Yes.
Unia says, looking around at the rest of the party. I did just inform an authority in the city of Corvosa that wanted criminals are here in Abken,
Well,
namely the cover of night.
And the sheriff goes, "But you guys are wanted criminals?"
We did neglect to tell you that.
Yes.
Well, you protected my town, so I don't know who you are.
Yes. I can vouch for them under the authority of the good parts of Corvosa.
Thank you, Kat. We should probably take our leave.
We'll stand crested at your love.
Yeah.
And so
Cal
you
gives
leave the
everyone
town
a
of
hug.
Abken safe, protected from the Grey Maidens for now.
Yeah.
And anything
Varric.
you guys would like to do to close it out?
Varric will buy a couple bags of cabbage weed.
Yeah. Like I said, Cal gives everyone a hug. It's very warm. He is...
Lenore...
He has a wildfire heart, in fact. That's the ultimate trait.
Varric will give everyone a handshake.
A nice, strong handshake.
Lenore will try to pull Varric in for a hug as well.
He'll take.
Aw. Lenore loves to give good Shellenite hugs as well. I'm gonna. Would you like to roll for hug strength with me?
Oh
yeah.
Bread boy. Yes.
Both of us probably.
Oh yeah. Rolling for hug strength.
Is it just strength total? Just your...
I roll charisma checks for hugs.
Okay. I've got a good charisma too.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I got an 18 on die for a total of 22.
I got a 12 on die for a total of 13.
I got a 16 on die for a total of a 20.
Oh,
that's a good
hug.
Kellen Lenore's good hug.
Shellenite.
Good hug. And even Varric does a good hug as well.
Yeah.
And
Physical touch
by
is
sunset
not
that day, if you so choose, you can be back at the ranch. If you don't so choose, you can stay in town. But for now, I think we will resolve the session with Abken is safe.
Yeah.
The cover of night right off into the sunset.
Cover of night right off into the sunset. You hang around for 6 more hours getting high, and then you ride off into the sunset. Thankfully,
the Magnanimous 7 wins once again.
Thankfully, the horses know where they're going.
Yes.
Are we not letting the horses take hits?
No.
What sort of pet
It's probably
owners
not
are
good
we?
for...
No, this is like toxic to horses.
Yeah, it's
Don't
really
let
not
horses
great
do that.
for horses.
And at that, I would like to say thank you both for coming on the show.
Oh my gosh, thank you
so
guys.
much for having us.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming.
Now, we've had a great time. And if anybody wanted to hear you guys have a similar great time in Pathfinder or in
Starfinder.
anything else, really.
Yeah.
A Starfinder.
Starfinder, yeah.
Well, where can I play Starfinder with you?
You can play it with us at Knights of the Played Table at pretty much all of the podcast apps, with the exception of Apple Music because they refuse to acknowledge that I have sent in the thing. But that's fine.
It's okay.
Maybe I can help you out with that.
Tim
'cause
Apple doesn't
I know
need our
how to
money.
Talk to Apple.
Right, yeah. With the exception of that, it's pretty much everywhere.
We're on all the podcast apps except for Amazon because Jeff Bezos fucking sucks.
Yeah. There's actually a line in their TOS that says you can't criticize Amazon
Or its affiliates.
or its affiliates if you want to be hosted. And so we're like,
Yikes.
but we want to talk about how horrible of a person Jeff Bezos
In
is.
fact, it's central to part of our story.
Yeah, he's the worst. He's literally the worst. And so
Bezos
we want to be
sucks.
able to say that.
Screw
So we're
you,
not
Amazon
on Amazon.
podcasts. Yes. Anyway, we're also on Twitter
So
at
principle that we just made an entire episode about communism winning against fascism.
because obviously,
Jarl Marx.
Jarl Marx, who I am going to draw.
A communist western.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And we look forward to people being able to enjoy your stuff on Nights of the Played Table.
Yeah.
Which we will have links in the description.
Right, yeah.
To give them more information.
We have a Discord
You all
server.
ride off
It's on
into
our
the
Twitter.
sunsets.
Join it, please. We don't have enough people.
Amazing. And maybe if the town of Abken or any other innocent towns in the region are threatened,
we could see you again.
That would be
yeah.
Next
awesome.
time.
Yeah.
Sometime
Sometime.
on Curse
Of the
Crimson Throne. Thank you for listening to this session of Curse of the Crimson Throne, and a special thank you to Darby and Bread. If you'd like to check out their show, you can follow the link in the description for Knights of the Played Table. To Have and to Roll is produced by David Clark and Katie Hipsher. The Pathfinder role-playing game and the Curse of the Crimson Throne adventure path are property of Paizo and are used in accordance with Paizo's community use policy and OGL 1.0a. This session featured sound effects from Syrinscape and music by Michael Ghelfi Audio. See description for details. Follow us on Twitter at To Have and to Roll, Mastadon at To Have and to Roll at dice.camp, and Tumblr tohaveandtoroll.tumblr.com. We will be back in 2 weeks as we enter the tangled maze of Kermaga. See you then.
It wouldn't be good. By the way, it wouldn't be good if the small towns are threatened. It would be good if we could come back. I want to clarify that.
No, it'll be great if the small towns are threatened. Fuck them. Fuck them, I say.
Oh shoot.
Huh?
I'm looking at. It says I looked at the bottom. It said disk space remaining for a recording 50 hours and 24 minutes. I thought it said 50 minutes and 24 seconds. And I'm like, oh shoot.
50 hours. Look, Darby, you're gonna have to delete some stuff.
Yeah, 50 hours.
It's like 50 hours. Like that's not enough for this session.
Yeah, we're doing a 100-hour session.
Look, we're gonna have at least 2 days of travel time alone.
Yeah.
So,
which of course we're doing
Real
by
time travel.
Yeah, full time. Actual time.
we get the recording equipment on the road and we just start recording until we've like ridden on horseback
On
the
the
appropriate
road
distance.
I can't wait to get on the road.
We got to get the right Foley.
Yes.
And I'm going to have the knights also act on their own initiatives. Their horses will not be acting because I forgot to import their character sheets.
I saw Squelch and I didn't see Damien, and I was like, oh no, my boy.
Replacement for Damien. No, it's
Yeah,
supposed to be a horrible replacement for Damien.
I'm sure nothing
Damien is
bad
alive.
nothing bad will ever happen to my characters ever again.
Nope.
Nope.
Never.
Never.
Not even
Never,
once.
ever.
This town reminds me of a town in Idaho that I went to a couple of years ago.
Probably quite a few towns in Idaho.
Beautiful. It's Stanley, Idaho. It's just
They named
gorgeous.
a town after that guy?
When Stanley saw a road fork in two places, he took the fork on his left.
I actually had Vera cast as like Robert Pattinson, maybe. Just vaguely similar in
Yeah.
I can see that.
visuals.
I can see that.
But
Yes.
he's probably
Yeah.
busy with The Batman, which at this point has been out for a while and was a box office smash. Critics loved it.
It was the best movie ever made, interestingly enough.
Yeah. They thought they
Who
couldn't.
saw
No
that
one needs
coming?
to see any others.
Actually, as soon as it premiered, all movies were canceled.
It was the ultimate movie.
All the other movie studios are just like, shoot,
All the movies being made was due to COVID too.
Electric Boogaloo.
This time there were laser sharks.
Yeah, you would know that you probably have about 3 days before they get here.
We probably have about 3 days until they get here.
Wow, that was uncanny. It's almost like I heard a voice on the wind just whisper that in your ear, and then all of a sudden you just said it.
Croft works in mysterious ways.